What's up? I'm just gonna check and see. I'm live. We're live. T, just in case. Um, I'll make sure I numbered the podcast right because I might have forgot to change that.
Everything you told me, I was naked.
Let's see. Last week was 442. Okay, we're right. Numbered right. Yeah, I was watching a video and I'm like, shit, it's 7:05. Where the hell is everybody? I was mesmerized by what I was watching.
Chatty patties, and then the podcast happens and nobody shows up.
Yeah, looking at lame ass Lara Croft's Call of Duty realistic CG render was pretty lame.
Pretty
looking.
terrible.
Like I said, it looked like they forced a girl to put on the outfit and pose for a photo against her will. Didn't look like she wanted to be there.
It's a CG chick. Weird.
But I mean, Lara Croft doesn't have to be like. She's always had a little bit of attitude. I guess maybe not as much in the newer games.
But it was always playful.
There's something about her.
Like I'm grizzly,
super
mean.
serious. Like
super serial.
Looks like a Fast and the Furious character or something.
Yeah.
What's up, Ayers?
Looks like Gal Gadot as Lara Croft.
Hey man, it's better than Nicki Minaj.
I say Gal Gadot on Hot Ones.
What is the Nicki
really...
Minaj thing? What is that about?
She's in Call of Duty.
What the fuck?
I can go. I'm gonna go. I'll go get the trailer.
I'm not even sure. I remember what she looks like.
She looks like a black woman. Just remember that. Let me see.
What? What the fuck does that mean?
Is she the one that like does crazy hair colors and stuff, or is that somebody else?
That's like every woman.
But like anime hair colors, like blues and
that's
pinks.
like every woman. That's like every woman. Hold on. I will post it in our group.
Don't be putting women in one single box, guys.
No. It's not It's not guys. It's just me.
They all look alike.
I'm the sexist. Okay, just keep that in mind.
That is true.
T, don't co-sign that so quickly, bro. Like, give me a chance to explain myself.
Yes, sexist bastard.
All right, listen. You're not wrong, but that's not the point.
She looks terrible in that. Maybe. Let's see.
But you have to watch it first. Watch her in motion. The ass isn't big enough, though. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. If you're gonna do Nicki Minaj, you gotta do Nicki Minaj. You can't be bullshitting around.
That's Nicki.
All the butt injections
it looks
and everything.
Like her. But it's just like I think because Fortnite had such success with guest characters. So now they're trying that.
Well, yeah, of course. All the rappers are playing.
It makes more sense in Fortnite though than a realistic shooter, but whatever. If they want to put people in it,
hey, listen,
I don't care.
You didn't think Nicki Minaj got straps on her? How dare you, bro? She be walking out there with all her.
Is she a fan? I know somebody's like actually plays Call of Duty. I don't know if it was her.
Most of them play It's either Call of Duty or GTA. Like it's it. The most casual of casual games. That Fortnite looks a little too tinky winky. We can't be messing around with that. I put anime characters in that. I'm gonna go get me a real game with Nicki Minaj and Lara
Actually,
Croft.
I haven't really seen like the characters in Fortnite after they did that. I saw a bunch of environmental stuff after they had the ray tracing. I guess I never looked at any of the character models in the new.
Don't worry about the character model because it's either like Marvel, anime, or...
But I mean, after the ray tracing, did the character models, do they look just different than they used to, or do they still look the same with the environments looking real?
I didn't notice a difference, but I also didn't look that hard.
Because all I ever looked at was like John Linneman just looking at environments.
Hey, listen, at least I'm honest about it. I'm not gonna pretend to be like some sort of guru. Do we have anyone in our group who plays Fortnite like that? I feel like Robert's like the only person that might be that, and I don't even think he does it.
I don't know. I mean, it was fun for a little bit, for sure.
Back in 2017.
Yeah.
So 6 years ago, gotcha. Man, I can't wait to go back to the good old days where the Switch just came out and we were
I know,
excited.
right?
Yeah, the characters look better with the lighting, the more realistic lighting. I mean, it's not like a huge difference, but they fit in with the end. They're a little less realistic, I guess, than some of the elements, but it is
Yeah, I
what
was
it
only
is.
playing because my students were harassing
But
me
I mean,
about
it
the
was
game.
fun. I mean, you get down to the last couple, it got pretty intense, but then you just do the over and over. It's
It's
just
just
this.
boring. I get bored
Then I found like I was
easily.
just like I would just avoid anybody, try to sneak around to some buildings, and hope I end up with where the circle's gonna be. A lot of those games, that's what happens. You just get in a
Yeah, I
routine.
was playing hide and seek. I didn't want to go and engage
No,
anybody.
I
I
did
could barely
win.
shoot correctly.
I won once on Switch when it was still against all the other consoles. So I got
Couldn't
that.
build to save my life, and I fucking was terrible at shooting. So I just hide, bit, and hope to I hope to outlast.
So
That's strategic, man.
what was I feel like Gamescom happened. I didn't see
Yeah.
anything from Gamescom.
The
Wait,
biggest
really?
game expo.
I heard some people talk
of the
about it. I
year.
didn't see one single thing.
There was nothing.
The most important thing is, guys, the PlayStation Portal
That's
was
that's the biggest news that came out of
the
game.
hand. We
Game
finally got some hands on, and it surprisingly makes me feel like the $200 is still too fucking much for it.
It is.
Good. I don't know how you did that because I thought $200 was the safe zone.
At first, I was like, "Yeah, 200. That's not much of an
It ain't.
investment."
But then you saw what they didn't put in the motherfucker.
As long as
Yeah,
if that fucker
it's-
worked and worked well, then it'd be all right. But
Yeah, $200 wouldn't be bad. If
Yeah,
they had
the
omitted
200 would
certain
be fine.
things.
doesn't have Bluetooth. Doesn't have a. Can you
Well,
do?
why doesn't it have Bluetooth?
I have no, but listen because
You know
they're gonna
why?
charge you that PlayStation Link for the damn
Exactly.
headsets.
They want you to buy that fucking $150
And then I looked up.
headset.
I said, how much are the new headsets? One was 150, the other one was $200.
$50.
Somebody said you could
starting.
plug a wired into it. I don't know
No,
if
yeah,
that's
you
true.
can go wired,
It
yeah.
does have a headphone jack, but you can't use
But,
like your
but
other
you know the
PlayStation 5
point of
control,
them. You know the point of
headsets.
them taking out the Bluetooth was so they can have because you want wireless headphones. I mean, that's a lot of people just want
Yeah,
that.
that's
and
just
they
that's
know
just the
that,
standard for most people now.
and it's like that's why they did it. So
Yeah.
you know,
Call me a
And the
dinosaur,
fact,
but I
and,
prefer
the, and, what
wired.
made, and what made it worse to me is that if you have PlayStation 5 headphones, those don't work. You have
Don't
to
work.
get the brand
Really?
new ones.
they
Yeah.
on some Apple Macintosh bullshit
Oh no,
right now.
people said this was worse than Apple. Apple wouldn't have gone this far.
I don't know.
They charge $3,000 for a VR AR
I
headset.
love my
though.
Apple, but my Apple be on some
See,
bullshit.
the one time I tried to be nice to Apple,
know,
he's
I know, I
don't
appreciate it.
bro.
I appreciate
Oh no.
it. But
There's a guy in the home theater community. He's an Apple fanboy. He's the one I told you said they should buy Nintendo, and he
Oh,
like
sure,
he
yeah,
gets he's so much into Apple. Like he's like, oh, Apple iTunes has the best streaming. I went into iTunes. I'm like, this is shit. Like this isn't as good. This isn't any better than Movies Anywhere or Vudu, and it's
look,
no.
man, you can't tell an apple seed something's not good. All right,
Yeah, it's
we
true.
don't want to
It's
hear that
definitely not as
But,
good as
hey,
like
look,
HBO Max
I'll
and
give him
stuff.
credit.
shit. We be drinking the
listen.
Kool-Aid, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'll give him credit. I fuck with Apple Music as far as streaming music.
Yep.
And the music is pretty good. I'm not even mad at it.
Well,
Apple Music is.
I don't
Put it on my
know.
Android phone.
I don't know all the details, but I think the iTunes is why Apple even is still around. That was the smartest
Come on now.
decision.
Hello, Mrs. Apple.
Yeah, that's a little facetious.
They
there, yo.
took almost the entire CD
Listen,
and music business. Like for a while, they were the only player.
wouldn't go
Apple
that
Music.
far.
Apple Music is not keeping nobody around. People love Apple hardware.
I mean, not
It's
now.
a
I meant when they
beautiful
made that
streamline.
decision.
Listen,
When they made
I'll
that
give 'em
decision
this.
to do iTunes
Okay.
before anybody
Well,
else.
listen,
Well, yeah, I mean that was what really skyrocketed.
yeah, they were ahead of the game on that one.
Yeah.
I'll give them that. And on top of that, I'll give them this. Even currently out now in the market, they make the best tablets, which is a huge thing. Now I don't want to like Samsung. And
I haven't
shit,
tried
but, like,
I've never tried a iPad, but I'm not a fan
I
of the. I got an iPhone SE, which is shit. It was free, so I can't complain. I just use
Nah,
it
I
for
ain't
my
fucking-
music.
The
SE
phones have
ain't
gotten
good.
better, but they're not my preferred
But I
phone. You're not gonna get
cannot
that.
stand.
He loves his Android lag.
I just cannot stand trying
Yes,
to.
how dare you?
If you type a paragraph wrong, I don't know if it's just the SE with a smaller screen. I can't just click right next to the word that I want a backspace. It's just it never works.
I found out a trick to that. You can hold down the space bar key and drag it back to where you want to the backspace the text.
You got to learn how to use Apple.
Well, if you don't notice it after you're already like a full sentence past it.
The one that I don't like is that you can't close all your apps at once.
I'm just so used to just like clicking. I messed up a word, tap it, boom, the cursor's right there, backspace. Like it's just so much easier.
Listen, I'm just saying, like, Apple may have its problems, but I think it very much has earned a good amount of the recognition.
Apple was on the brink, and like you said, yeah, iTunes and the iPod specifically is what.
No, the iPod was a motherfucking.
That's the hardware that really saved Apple and shit.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not a big fan of them, but I'll give them their props. You gotta at least give them their respect for that.
Yeah. Sony was sitting around like, God damn, how did we let that happen?
Hey, listen. Right now, Sony's giving out $200 accessories that aren't worth $200.
That's what happens when you let Apple whip your ass.
And what makes me mad about this is that like remote play isn't even like a new thing. The only thing this is really offering is it's a dedicated like device for remote play. Yeah. But people have been able to do remote play since the PS3, if I remember correctly.
Right. Like, yeah, PS3 and the PSP. You can remote play.
Yeah,
on the
so
PSP.
I'm like, if you're gonna make a device specifically for it, at least put more in it. Like you don't even have to put a lot more, but just more. Like what the like? Oh, it only works on Wi-Fi. It has all the basic controller features of the DualSense 5. I'm like, cool. Is it fully touchscreen? It has touchscreen portions to it. What?
You want to know the funniest shit I saw?
What?
I saw like a thread on Twitter. I'm not calling that shit X. I don't care what anybody said. I saw a thread on Twitter, and somebody was in there saying, "Oh man, it would be really cool if they utilized that screen and did some cool stuff in the game, and made some gameplay." I'm like, you mean like the fucking Wii U? Fuck out of here,
bro!
I don't want to hear that shit,
bro. The Wii U comparisons were so mean when this shit got like. I think it was it yesterday or was it Saturday where people really did the hands-on and people were just like, bro, did you just make like a worse Wii U gamepad?
A worse Wii U gamepad?
Like how did you the gamepad had a goddamn webcam on it. Like what the fuck?
Right.
Like you're not even giving me that.
Oh man.
It had a built-in mic. Fuck you. Like what the
I thought Retro Death was supposed to be here today too. I thought he said he was.
I thought he said next week.
Oh,
I thought that's what he said.
And apparently, from at least what Nintendo, they never really said it specifically, but the gamepad added $100 in cost to the Wii U, and I'm like, so it had all that extra shit, and why is your shit $100 more? 8 years later, what's going on here?
I think. And you know what? Even the small things about, like, give an example, like the LCD. Now, I'm not tripping. I wasn't going to trip out if it wasn't an OLED screen. But considering how little else we have, fucking make it in a fucking OLED at this point. You ain't giving me nothing else. Like, I don't even think it has its own OS. I think very much if you don't have Wi-Fi, the shit just doesn't work.
Yeah, because people they're hinting at, it might be an Android OS. And I'm like, I don't see that shit anywhere.
No,
I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
It wouldn't surprise me if the Bluetooth capability was on the board and they just disabled it for the sake of the damn.
That's what people were saying. People were saying that, yeah.
And I'm just like,
that would be some bullshit,
bro. Like,
and people are gonna find out if that's the case.
But it just makes me mad because I'm like, you could have made a decent little thing. Like a lot of people are like, bro, don't put this in stores because you're just gonna make your consumers angry. They're gonna buy it thinking it's like a Switch for your PlayStation, and it really isn't. It's just you got a PS5 in the house, you better be on.
Yeah. You know what I wish? I mean, this is kind of off topic, but it's about the same thing, kind of. I wish instead of making the S, that Microsoft or Xbox would have made the the Rogue Ally basically, and and put that bitch in a box, $400. Put it in a box. Put the dock in there with it and say this is your Xbox S, and then have the X. I think that would have been real cool because I feel like that's the future. I feel like, well, it's the future, but the Switch started that shit already. But he said it's the future, but the Switch and Nintendo already did that shit in 2017. But I think that's because you don't know how much fucking convenient it is to take your shit on the go like that.
I think it'd be a better proposition for Xbox, ironically enough, because you already have Game Pass as a feature.
Exactly. With Game Pass, but Sony has shit too. They got the
that's the other thing people are like, why didn't you put like it's not PlayStation Now, is it still? Or
no, it's
what the fuck is it called? It's not
PS Now. It was PlayStation Now before, wasn't it? Now it's
what is it called now?
Plus,
it's not
PlayStation Plus.
Where you can like do the old games and stuff. I'm like, why didn't you put that on this? Because that would have and that's
selling
like,
point all out.
Yeah, what the
crazy selling point.
I don't understand. I don't see the point of. I almost don't see the point of this now because I'm like, you've made it even more niche than it already was.
And, hold on, and they got the unmitigated gall. I did a video on this, so it's in my head right now. They got the unmitigated gall to make the acronym for this bitch PSP. Bitch, this is the PSP, okay? This is a viable handheld device that could do some really cool shit and a little bit ahead of its time. And I used to rock this bitch on the bus going to college. And I'd play music. I watch movies on this bitch and play my games and shit. And like this was 2006. You gonna put out some bare bones ass bullshit 15, 16 years later that can't do hardly anything? Like, come on. Because what was the PSP when it came out?
I think it was 200, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was So this bitch is $200 and can do all the shit it can do. Oh, and by the way, it does remote play with your PS3.
Yeah, it did.
$200 fucking dollars. Plays movies, plays video games, and can remote play with your PS3 for $200 way back in 2005. Was it 2005, 2006 when this bitch came out? And now you gonna offer up this bare bones ass shit that can barely do anything by itself? Like, come on, man.
I just hate that I looked at it and I was like, oh, this could be nice. And then I was like, bruh, why did y'all do nothing with this? Like,
the more you think about it, it's like, come on.
Bro, you should have just made that. Like, this better be though. If you put this in a store, you are going to ruin goodwill for no good reason. Like, it might as well just be an online store exclusive at this point. Because
it might as well be. It might as well be.
The window is so. I never thought I would say this. It has a smaller appeal now than the VR does, and the VR is like,
I would agree
more than twice as much as it is.
I wonder if that VR's got to be dead in the water. The PSVR 2. I mean, there was a little bit of hoorah when it came out, but mostly just people were reviewing the product.
You know what the best bet is to do? The best bet is to unlock that shit and allow PC gamers to use that bitch, and then they'll probably sell some then.
Yeah, because I don't see them doing a lot with it themselves. Like they're very much relying on. I feel like they're relying on third party mostly to kind of handle that.
And you can't do that. You can't do that when you launch new hardware. You can't just sit back and say, "All right, third party, you do it." You have to have a killer app. Everybody knows this by now. We had too many times where hardware come out, and then the Nintendo or the Sony or whoever, and it's just not good enough. You got to have a killer app, or it's not going to sell.
Oh, absolutely.
So the only thing I could think of is like, if you just, I guess if somebody just absolutely all they play is PlayStation 5 and they're like, man, or have a Switch and like, yeah, every once in a while I play in bed for a couple hours. I wouldn't mind being able to do that with my PlayStation or something. I can't see any other use for it.
I mean, off TV play is a decent use, but it's not enough, I don't think, for most people.
It would have been more if they had added in some of the basic shit we've been talking about. Like, then I would have been like, okay, it's still mainly focusing towards the remote play crowd, but there's a bunch of other cool shit you can do with it. I can see more people buying.
Does it even have like built-in speakers, or do you have to have a headset?
It has built-in speakers.
Yeah, they're on the back, right?
Yeah.
I think they're on the back, yeah.
I noticed it doesn't have like a kickstand or anything, so that bitch is just
No, you just lay that bitch down on the
Plus, it
coffee
looks
table.
stupid. It looks.
People said it's lighter than like the Switch or the.
If it was $100, maybe down the road, I'd be like, I'll pick it up.
That's the problem. You made a 200 proposition feel like I'm still spending too fucking much. So now people are like,
200, I'm expecting a little bit more. $100, I'm like, all right, it's just a screen with,
Yeah.
with a fucking dual sense controller on it. Fine.
Do they say how long the battery's supposed to last? Did you guys?
No
That's
one
another
knows.
thing. I don't trust Sony and their batteries
No.
and their controllers.
no, I mean, because I
That's
heard the
another
PS5
thing.
controller doesn't have a good battery from what I've
The
heard.
fucking Elite, the one that's $200 has a bad battery on it. What's that one? The
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That it's their version of the Xbox's.
Right.
Yeah, if you're using
The-
like all the features, haptics, adaptive triggers, I feel like.
and a screen.
Well, I mean, before with the regular controller, I'm trying to think like
yeah.
when I was playing Returnal. I feel like 5 hours, 6 maybe.
Yeah, my problem is like, how much is this really costing to make? When you realize that I think almost half the price is just the damn DualSense controller.
Yeah.
Like you're really just paying for a DualSense controller and a tablet.
I haven't
like
seen it in anybody's hands either. It looks small
Have
in the
you?
photos.
No. You're playing for a DualSense controller and a tablet screen, not a tablet, because
No.
this
Oh,
can't
that's
do
true.
anything. This can't
I've seen
do
it in
anything.
people's hands. There's been a couple hands-on juice. It looks fine.
Yeah.
Like if you enjoy the DualSense controller, then you're fine. In
Yeah,
terms
it'll
of,
be
like,
fine. I'm sure.
holding
I
it.
mean,
Like, I
it's
don't-
ugly, but I'm sure it's.
I don't like the
comfortable as hell.
weird. Like I get the gaps in between it because your hands, but it makes it feel like it's flimsy. Like I'm afraid I'm a snap.
Yeah,
that
it
bitch.
looks weird. Like I understand the
Oh, okay.
design
It
a
is
little
bigger
bit,
than
but
I thought.
it looks weird. Because everything like tablets, they're all one piece. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like
Yeah.
because you want to get your hands behind it. You don't want to hold it like handlebars. You want to hold it with
Because you're afraid you're gonna like break it or
Right.
something. Like
right. So
I get it, but I don't
it's a
like
little
it.
strange.
It's
Because
definitely
it's-
bigger than I thought.
I don't mind it. Like it wouldn't be a game. It wouldn't be a deal breaker had it not been for all these other issues.
I just hate that you put this out for it to be dead in the water, and it comes out and it has to come out in the next couple months. Like, why?
Sony just- Man, they treated the fucking iToy better than this. You know what I mean?
The back of it looks. I actually like the back of it. I'm seeing it now, but yeah, from the front. I mean, it looks like it's allows for your fingers to grip, but yeah, that's probably why
Maybe-
Nintendo didn't do. They had the Joy Cons because they
Yeah.
probably thought, they don't look too good with the gap there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
You
unfortunately
could
it's- it's
kind of. They could hide it with some plastic.
It's
It's
an
funny they're
aesthetic
showing all
thing.
this remote play with cell phones in this ad.
Wow.
They show this
Well,
nice
'cause that-
controller. I'm not going to
Dude,
show it
c-
because they'll probably get demonetized, but
Because you could do. I mean, there's grips for your phone that make it look almost exactly
Mhm.
the fucking same, and you're just like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. It frees up my phone. Like
Mhm.
that's very much
the
what it feels
off
like.
screen, the screen looks really
I would want to
dim.
use my phone for remote play. Like I would always option to use dedicated hardware.
And it's a bigger
Over-
screen
over-
than,
over
than
my
most
cell phone.
phones. Definitely bigger than my phone.
So I would be the type of person that would probably buy this thing, but just like what you did with the goddamn VR headset, you left too much shit off of it for me to want it.
And the screen looks
Yeah.
kind of dim in all the off screen footage I'm seeing.
And you know,
Oh, you mean like these 35 games that I bought from a PSVR? I can't use none of these bitches. Like,
that was a
wait
weird
minute,
choice.
You want me to start all the way over? It's already a niche group, and you're gonna
So-
make it even more
so why
niche.
separate it between
Why
console generations?
right. The same thing with this controller. It's
You
like
know,
you already got a niche group. Make sure this bitch has some good, cool features on it to maximize the potential. of it.
the kicker at this point is that the Switch Lite is a better proposition because it's
Yeah.
about this, which is
I was
kind
watching
of
somebody's
crazy. to
video
me.
and they said exactly that. It was like, I just get a Switch Lite for $200.
Yeah, like at least then I can just play every game I own on my Switch. Like
Right.
I'm not losing anything on that one. Like
Who the fuck video was that?
it was
Where'd that come from?
it just I don't know. It just kind of tripped me out because Sony, I thought, like even the VR2 for its little stupidity with backwards compatibility, I think as like actual hardware was fine. Like I didn't
Yeah.
really have any issues with it. This just seems like you just said, we might need to do something.
And I'd be like, and you're still streaming it, so you're gonna deal with input latency no matter what.
Yeah, which is why I,
I mean,
wish it had
it-
other shit to it.
Now I'm confused because I've gone back and forth. I've seen both arguments. Can you take this bitch outside your house or not?
I've heard you could. I heard you can, as long as you.
So the,
From what
so the
I
messaging,
understand, no. Listen. From
the
what I
messaging is
understand,
completely fucked. Is what you're saying?
No. Listen. From what I understand, as long as your PS5 is on at home,
Right.
and you're on a Wi-Fi connection, doesn't matter if it's the same network or not. It should work.
Okay. The problem is you're not sure, and I'm not sure, and
No.
I'm paying attention. Well, I think we're both kind of paying attention, and we don't know. That's some bad messaging, bro. That's bad.
I wish it just. I wish it didn't feel like this felt like a cash.
And it'd
grab
be,
as much as it
I don't know if you
does.
guys mentioned this earlier, but if it just had like a direct connection, if you're close enough, instead of like if you're just like, you know what, somebody's using the TV, I'm just gonna sit in the
You
same
mean like
room.
the Wii U?
Yeah, just have like a direct connection instead of having to go through the wireless network and have like any input latency. You know, that would be. I don't know what technology they would have used, but
remember how the Wii U gamepad was faster than your TV?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It bums me out because I feel like you could have it feels so painfully obvious that you just want some extra money off of this.
It feels like a cash grab at this point.
And I'm
I
like,
mean,
you
the
could have made
headphones
it.
thing is the biggest. Like, oh, come on.
The headphone thing just pisses me off because it's just like, oh, by the way, you know those Bluetooth headphones you bought for your PlayStation 5? Yeah, you can't use those. What?
Sorry.
You mean the PlayStation brand headphone? Nah, get the new ones that are like $200. The same as the console? Fuck you. Like
These have the PlayStation Link. See, that's what you want.
And those don't work on the PS5 directly. Those
You
headsets
mean
don't work on the new headsets. Don't work just with the PS5 without the portal.
I don't know. I don't think anyone's. I would assume so. I would assume
think they do. I think
right?
they do. Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume it would.
I think this is their new proprietary kind of audio setup. So I think it does work with the PS5.
But like, I just don't like the idea that you're making this new like. This could have been its own little pillar, realistically, if you had played the game right. And now you've hampered it with a bunch of lacking features. And I can't even fucking buy Bluetooth headphones. Now I gotta get your shit. And you only got 2 devices out.
I'm giving away information from my video, and I ain't uploaded the shit yet. But they could have done something cool with it, right? They could have given you an extra incentive to buy it. Maybe release it with software and do the quote unquote Wii U thing, you know?
So this guy's saying he's going to try to hotspot from his phone and see if it works. Let's see.
I would think it would. From my understanding, it does. But like all the testing I saw was in Gamescom, so it wasn't like it was under ideal settings. Like the fucker was hooked up to a router.
It was ideal.
So I don't like that you could have did this the right way and fucked this up so badly. And it's weird because I didn't expect Sony to do some weird left field like that's not put features in a thing. Like I expect that from Nintendo. I don't expect that from Sony to be like, yeah, we're just not gonna put Bluetooth. The fucking Switch has Bluetooth in it. Good God, like what the fuck? Well,
it took them 5 years, but they got it.
That's true. That's true. But at least they have it. Mm-hmm. So now I'm just like, you're not gonna.
Doesn't the Wii U gamepad have Bluetooth? Isn't that what it's using?
Yeah, I believe.
No,
so,
wait.
Right?
I think use Wi-Fi. I think the gamepad.
Oh, it's Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Oh, is it okay? Mm-hmm.
But it has NFC tech. It's got some new tech in there. It has a fucking camera on it.
I don't know. It's just sad.
What else was there? I know they announced Cyberpunk DLC. I didn't see any of that footage.
I didn't care.
Is that paid? Is that a paid expansion thingy? I don't know how they.
Yeah, it's paid.
Okay.
Yeah, it's paid.
But there's a bunch of new features that come with everybody's shit. Fixes and whatnot, and new features that come with everybody's game. But that DLC is their first and last paid.
Because even though I didn't love a lot of the game, I still missed Night City when I was done playing. I still had to turn it back on a few more times because I just had to wean myself off. Because even though it was janky and the traffic was if you're driving, it's just like traffic would just disappear. So that probably just for performance reasons, all the jank that was with it. It still was a beautiful looking city at times, and I did kind of miss being in that world.
Yeah, I just read Lenny Wright's comment.
I was so confused.
The Portal does less than PSP because of inflation.
Man,
we get off that. We had COVID excuse for a while, which is a damn good excuse.
That was a realistic one,
right? But now we got this inflation shit. Like, is this the first time in history we've had inflation? Get the fuck out of here with this stuff, man. I'm tired of hearing about inflation is the reason why prices aren't going down. Bitch, we've had inflation since I can remember. We've had inflation issues. That's just part of our economy. So why are we acting like this is something so crazy that everybody, not only are we going to not drop our prices, we're going to raise the prices of our consoles. Like, this shit is insane. Welcome, Sandstorm, by the way. Welcome.
Yeah, what's up?
I came right in the middle of everything. I was like, wait, what?
Hey, look, you want to give your quick thoughts on the PlayStation Portal, man?
Don't call it the portable, because I did that a few times and I was mad.
Yeah, it definitely. I think I said it already. It did not definitely deserve that acronym of PSP by any means.
Despicable.
It's what a time to like be a Sony fan and get your version, get your budget version of the Wii U, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just feel like for the last forever, like the Wii U has been trending on Twitter for I don't know how long, and they're finally just like, you know what? It's go time. We had this sitting in the back. It's go time. Let's put it out. Let's put it out. It's trending. This is our version. We got it. So actually, let me move this this way.
I remember Kaz Hirai at the E3 2006, the reveal of PS3. I don't know if it was the reveal or not, but they laid it out. And he was like, "And we don't deal with gimmicks." Just a shot. It was a quick shot at the Wii. I was like, okay. And then they came out with the iToy and the fucking Move, and like, oh, we don't care about gimmicks. Whatever, bro.
it's so weird for, like, it doesn't. So I see a lot of people on here being like, well, this is like perfect for me because, I can play off TV gameplay and stuff like that. I'm just like, first off, I'm like, yo, keep that same energy because y'all were the ones. Y'all were the ones complaining about how this is such a gimmick and it's useless and how many TVs do you guys have and you need that? So like now the reverse is on and you just like, no, but it's not the same though.
Preach, brother, preach.
Even then, you're looking at a price point of $500 for a PS5 plus an additional
add it up
$200. You looking at almost $1,000 for this, but you got the Steam Deck and you got all this other stuff that is more capable. And even if you got the what is the piece, like the dock or whatever for the Steam, it's still less expensive. So I'm confused. Like, who?
Can you use your Steam Deck to remote play? I think if you go on the desktop, you can do remote play. And you still have all this Steam shit. Why would you buy this?
It doesn't make any. It doesn't play games on its own. Like I would have given it, like, if it had the cloud. It could do some sort of cloud gaming or something like that.
Yeah.
So you digital gaming.
For 200, you thought it was gonna be able to run PS5 games or just?
Oh no! I didn't say all that.
They have enough juice in it to do cloud streaming, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That what you're saying?
Had the ability
I think it would
to do that.
If it can remote play, then why wouldn't it be able to do cloud? Because all that does is
the problem.
It just have to connect to it. It would just have to be able to connect to whatever their services, which I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah. It would need an operating system of some kind, I would think, to be able to do that.
Yeah, I haven't seen it with its own operating system yet. The only thing I've seen is people said you can cut the PS5 on with it. That's what people have been telling. I'm like,
yeah, really? if it's just without the PS5 on, if it does literally nothing,
it does.
Then
that's what it sounds like.
Then it's a pretty, like Terrell said, it's a very niche product for a very small.
I think it's niche within niche because
It's
like
already
really
niche.
really the people who should really have this are the people who got the digital version of the PS5. Like it doesn't really make as much sense to have the regular PS5 if you can play your disc games also, but if you want to play something else that you got disc, somebody
You
has to be
can't play.
home to
Oh, I
change
see.
out the
Yeah,
disc.
yeah.
Like,
Wait,
Yeah.
you can't play your disc games?
Only the one
you
that's in the
can, but
system.
But remember, you can
yeah.
only play the one that's in the
You
system.
can only play the one. Oh, I didn't even think about that, man.
So if you had like 6 other games that you were playing, but the disc isn't in the
So
console,
why would you even like?
I don't
let's
see
say-
them. I honestly don't even though it will work. I don't see this. I don't see them trying to market this as some kind of on the road, play your PS5 on the road.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
But then,
No,
like,
but
what's
you
the
know-
point?
You know what's gonna happen. It's holiday season. On the box, it's gonna have PlayStation Portable. It's gonna have in that little font over there in
no,
the
you
back
said
in the
portable.
corner.
You said portable, guys.
Yeah, I did. Portal. And it's gonna have that little piece on the side that general consumers aren't gonna look at and they're gonna be like, oh my gosh.
It's-
This is what I wanted for $200, $300 less. I can
How
finally have
cheap
my
it is.
PlayStation 5. Yeah,
It's
on the go. I don't even have to play.
It's gonna
live.
be the biggest lie of this Christmas holiday. if it's on store shelves, it's the biggest lie of the like it's gonna be so disrespectful. I hate it.
I watched this this channel. I forget the name of it, but it's this kid, and he has all these videos because his dad just filmed everything, and it's like my retro gaming life or something like that. And he was talking about he had a video for the what is it the they were big Sega guys, the 32X.
Yeah, third grade.
Right. So his dad went out and got a 32X, and he was really excited for it. And he was like, "Oh, this is gonna be amazing." He's got the 32-bit graphics, and because he was just reading the propaganda basically. And he gets it home, and he's like, "This audio is shit." Like he was like, "How could it be this bad?" He was so bad to him that he took it back to the store and got a new one. Came back home, was like, "It's still shit," because he was basically tricked by the box. And that's what you're saying is
Yep.
that they're just gonna look at that box and think they can do all this stuff with the thing and realize that the audio is shit when they get home.
Like, wait, why won't it turn on? Where's the library at? Why can't I play this?
I don't see any games in here.
I feel bad for those who buy it and don't have a PlayStation 5 and just be like,
I never
"It
feel
cut on mine."
I never feel
Like,
bad for stupid consumers personally, but
Yeah,
I
there's
said
gonna
that
be a lot
about
of-
I said that about Wii U, Switch, all that. People are like, "Oh, I didn't know this wasn't a Wii," like, or whatever. Like, if you don't know, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a failure of Nintendo and their marketing, but I never feel bad for stupid consumers.
Well, I mean, no, I get it, but like the problem is you have to appeal to those stupid consumers.
I know.
And so
As
yeah,
a
those-
business,
you
I'd
ain't-
care.
If you
But
want to
it-
get mainstream and get out of the niche, you got to appeal to them.
Yeah.
My problem here is that you're blatantly just lying to these people
Yeah.
because what it looks like is hey, it's like Sony's own handheld. But what it actually is hey, you can play your PlayStation games in your house like 20 feet away if you don't want to look at your 4K television that you bought. Yeah, like hey,
We're charging you $200 for it.
yeah. Like I think I hate that the accessories so far have been like absurdly expensive. The VR2's
my
fucking
God.
$500 and some dollars. Like, bitch, I could buy a fucking Joy-Con
No.
zapper attachment for like
I'm
20
gonna defend
bucks.
the VR2. That is some fucking stellar tech. That is actually really cheap for what
Yeah, that's
it is.
a-
But the
Well,
problem
for
is,
VR, yeah, I'll give it
Pro-
credit for that.
but the problem is, who cares? Because that shit is it's expensive as hell if you look at it. You're not thinking about all that.
Another $1,000 for
Well,
it.
that and you essentially still have to buy a PlayStation 5. Like the other VR
Right.
shit, you can just do.
Well,
it on
I'm
your
thinking
PC.
if you're getting a PSVR 2, you already got a PlayStation.
Yeah.
I hope you already got a PlayStation 5.
All right.
You're doing it
I
backwards,
just wanted
bro.
the VR. I just wanted the VR.
VR. When am I hooking it up?
See, if
to?
somebody bought PS2 VR and like because they had a Quest and they want that, then I'm like,
It doesn't work with my Quest. It doesn't work by itself.
That's
or
what,
it doesn't work with my PS4.
that's
What
what
the hell?
that's why you have your phone in your pocket. You Google. That's what.
Well,
Why does it?
listen,
Oh,
we don't
someone
have
says
any
my
room.
volume significantly higher than everyone.
What if I want
Do
to
your
Bing something?
research.
I'm gonna
Do your
Bing it.
research
Wait, when
before
did Robert
you
jump in here? I didn't
put
see
in
that.
that kind of money.
I've been here the whole time. I've just been sitting here, man.
Chilling in the cut.
Anybody
over
else
here.
think
Listen,
my
she-
volume was way too loud? I never touched it in my life, but I'm dropping it down. now.
Listen, Robert's over there. He got his money set aside for his PlayStation Portal. I already know what's up.
No.
Bruh,
Rob
is that
don't like handhelds anyway.
I buy a lot of. I
What
buy a
tech
lot of
game is that?
stuff, but not this one. Oh
Yeah.
God, it's tax.
Is that the first one? Yeah, that's the first one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Or Juju.
I was gonna say I just bought a tech game myself for GameCube.
Did you?
Yeah.
I was like, I like, I want to experience
it called?
these what would be the 6th gen
It's the spin-
platformers and stuff. So
Yeah.
like that's one of the ones that
I-
I remember. Also had like a Nickelodeon show, so I remember. From
That's how
from
I
that.
was introduced to it. Was through
Yeah,
the show.
yeah.
And so
I
I'm
remember the
like-
show.
For the
I
damn
was like, well,
Exactly.
here's how
They
the-
want you to
the
buy-
game that was based
I
on
can't
that-
just
that-
click-
That was the actually originally, a game and then made into a show. I wonder how that is. So
So you're gonna
I'll
get like.
tell you in about 25 years, man. That is-
So you're gonna get
you
Almost-
fucking savage.
25 years. He's not really joking that much either.
Oh my goodness.
He's got a schedule, folks. Okay.
You never know, man.
So-
You never know. That's the thing, is you never know when this will come.
Oh my god.
No, that's fucking terrible. You know,
That's-
one thing.
That's so depressing.
Well, he
That
also
is-
knows when he's buying movies. Yeah, I'm gonna buy the Mario movies in 2024. Like, what? Why?
Why did
No,
you
I-
say that?
I have a list. I
Like,
buy
so-
one movie or whatever you said.
It's
a
so
month or
random.
something.
What I do is
That's
so
You
random.
live such a
what
weird
I do
life,
is
man.
because in the end of the day, I don't want to do big like a lot of money all at once for like movies. Like for me, I buy every month. I buy like one of my top 10 movies of the previous year. Like I buy it, so
See, the fact
know-
that you have those rules.
Have you
to
been
me
just
just blows
diagnosed
my
for
mind.
OCD?
Yeah, that's a-
I'm
yeah,
not
this
even
is-
kidding. Like I
this is a
have,
lot.
I have my OCD myself, so I'm wondering if you
He's like
actually,
looking at his
I
calendar
guess
like
I never
this-
checked, right? So I don't know.
I'll
It's
buy-
not
if
last
I-
year
if
yet.
I-
It's not a
you,
whole year
you do
yet.
some quirky OCD like things.
What
so
happens
that's
if
why
the
I-
Mario
I
movie
definitely-
drop? The 4K drop to $14.99 next
Well,
week.
then I would do that. Yeah. Don't
Okay.
get me wrong. I'll do that.
So a good
But it
enough
just-
deal
You're not
will
gonna be like,
change.
damn it,
The
I
idea,
can't
like,
get it yet. I gotta wait till December
No. I
2024.
won't literally wait like that, but like
He's
I
not
will-
that rigid, you know.
Yeah, I'll just like admit I don't really check for discounts like that, so you'd have to send it. I probably would miss it, to be honest with you. But like yeah, just I like to do that because it's like, all right, well it's in my mind, that's kind of fun, Right, yeah, the next 10 the 10 movies of last year I'll pick up this year, and so when I'm like,
You
Robert,
are. You
Robert,
are.
this is
I get
this
how it
is the
sounds.
beginning of
I get
a
how it
great lifestyle when you get a family like that.
Yeah,
I can legit see the rest of your family like getting into it
It's
too.
not
like,
more exciting to you to just say, you know what movie am I gonna buy this month? Let me look. Oh yeah, this looks good. This sounds good.
Well, the thing
It's
is,
gonna work out
is
great for that.
That's
It's
how
gonna be
I
great.
do
It's
that
like,
for,
let me
for-
check my
for-
schedule. What movie's next on my list?
No, but you gotta remember, Juice, that I do that. You could say that for just going to the movies. Like like I said, I'll scroll the AMC app. I'll click on a random movie. I'm like, I don't even know what the genre is. I don't know I've never
Yeah,
seen
I
a
think
trailer.
that's dumb
Let's go
too,
watch
but-
that. You know what I mean? What?
I said I think that's kind of dumb too.
Why do you think it's dumb? It's like a
Wait,
surprise.
Because then you're
I
just
have
giving
AMC
money to trash movies,
I'm
like.
spending money.
without
It's
knowing.
AMC A-list, bro. AMC A-list.
I'm
Is
not
that-
gonna say.
hold on,
I'm not gonna
hold
say
on.
anything because I blind
Oh,
bought
you do
DVDs
that
before,
monthly
so I
thing.
Is
can't
that
say
the
anything.
Power of
Yeah.
Juju or the Great Juju Challenge?
No,
Attacking the Power of Juju.
Okay,
that's the first one. Yeah, that's the
first game. So I just bought the Great Juju Challenge. That's what I
Got
just
you,
bought.
got you.
So I
But what I
spent.
was saying is like you gotta imagine with AMC A-list.
Yeah,
it's
you've
like
already spent
20,
the money.
25, 26 a month, right? And you could see up 3 movies a week, which I usually go once or twice a week. And it's movies I would like to see anyway. And for here especially, if you see 1 to 2 IMAX movies or 1 to 2 movies in general, you're already outgrossing what you paid for the month, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anybody take advantage of that Fandango $4 weekend?
Hell no, man. That's just
Other than
gonna be
me?
so busy. So busy, bro. I'm sure. Did you?
Yeah, 16
You did- you
bucks
saw-
for the whole
you saw,
family. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, well it makes sense for you. You gotta remember, I'm a solo
That
man.
looked
so
like
it's
some.
Yeah.
I don't want to see those crowded theaters.
I've seen home theaters the
Wait,
size
Did
of
you
that
see my
theater.
pictures? Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it wasn't crowded for you.
I've
right?
seen a home
Well,
theater that size of that
Yeah.
size room.
Yeah, me too. That was tiny. I didn't expect it to be that small, but it was.
Yeah, it's weird that it was that.
It was
that
2 in
like,
the
small.
afternoon too. So
Blue Beetle
That's
was
why
never
nobody
gonna.
was there.
I've only seen one trailer for it in my life. I didn't even know it was coming out.
and it's a
I
shame
think-
because
yeah,
it-
I was just gonna say. I
Probably
think
good.
I've heard
almost
good thing.
everyone-
I heard it reviewed
I
pretty
fucking
well.
loved it. It's a shame that it didn't do.
Yeah, I heard it
Honestly,
reviewed really well.
I still
Is
haven't
this
seen
the
it. I'm
beginning
watching
for the
It was already in-
DCU?
Well, that's
or-
what
No.
he said. No. It's
Oh.
not. Technically, it's not. But that's what James Gunn was saying. This is his first.
They had to
movie,
have
or-
something. I mean, they already made the movie. They might as well. Unlike Batgirl, I don't know why they canceled that. It must have been trash, but
It had to be
there
terrible.
had been something. But I will say, I agree with James Gunn. I watched The Flash yesterday. I fucking loved it. Like, to me, it's it's literally the funniest movie I've seen since Deadpool. And I don't know,
Wow.
Deadpool's been out
Damn.
a long time. I laughed my ass off the whole movie. It was pure bliss for me. Yeah, I could nitpick. Supergirl doesn't have anything to do, and she has no character development.
CGI is terrible.
There's some bad CG and stuff, but man,
Oh,
what
it's
a fucking
Supergirl, not
blast.
Power Girl.
that movie, like, I immediately
it's
ordered the
Supergirl.
it.
steelbook.
Super awesome.
I got 4 steelbooks on order right now for over $160 total. Like, god damn it,
Damn.
trying to support the physical media.
Hey, this is why I buy them once a month.
So, and you never know. Like, I fully expect Blue Beetle to be entertaining. My top 3 movies of 2023 are all superhero movies, and I was burnt out on superhero movies. So, I thought Guardians 3 was great. I
I'm
thought
glad-
Shazam
Yeah, it was
was
I
good.
watched
good.
that. I watched
I
that
think-
Saturday.
I think you'd
Yeah.
love Blue Beetle
I'm sure I will.
because in a way it doesn't feel like superhero-y, but it is.
The
but
trailer looked a little Iron Man-ish, not like in its, just kind of.
It did. It felt like that for maybe 2 minutes,
Yeah,
and that shit
that's-
was over with. It wasn't a big thing in the movie at
Mm.
all. And the one thing I was worried about was George Lopez, and he's one of my favorite fucking
Mm.
things in that movie. He was great.
I was gonna say
He's
George
great.
Lopez is gonna be one of the best parts of the movie. I mean,
Yeah, he was.
He's
He
awesome.
was one of the best parts. I was worried he'd be annoying as shit, but he
really.
wasn't. He was great. He
My
was great.
favorite part of the Flash was the 2 Ezra Millers, and I know some people said that was
I
annoying.
love that. That was awesome. I thought it
Him
was
getting
so cool.
annoyed at his younger self was just
I heard that was one of the best things about
Comic
it was the fact that he felt so
perfection.
different as 2 different people.
And
Yeah, it was-
I love him. I don't think the Flash necessarily needs to be a funny character, but it worked for.
He
With
kind
that-
of always
with
has
him.
He
been.
kind
it
of,
worked.
yeah, he kind of always has been. Not like goofy.
Yeah, he's just.
Well, he's always
awkward,
been kinda-
goofy, but
He's like
Yeah.
smart Alec. He's like a smart
Yeah,
Alec.
yeah.
but by the end, man,
That's
it had
cool,
some.
yeah.
It actually hit for me at the end emotionally. So I was like, damn.
Me
Yeah.
too, man. I teared up.
Same
Did you
thing
like
happened in
the-
Blue Beetle. I was like, what? I wasn't expecting
It
this.
sucks
shit in no
because
Blue
all
Beetle.
these movies, Guardians even I think underperformed.
No,
if I'm
no,
not
Guardians did. Just
Guardians
as
did
well.
over
Yeah,
800
no,
million.
Guardians did well.
It- it-
Okay,
Maybe
maybe it was
did
its launch.
really good.
Something I thought was a little. Maybe I'm
feel-
thinking of a different movie.
The biggest problem I think Blue Beetle has that Blue Beetle's coming out where people are burnt out with the genre of superhero films. So like,
Well,
it's not that it's a bad film. It's just
no.
it's just in a bad spot.
Warner
time-wise.
Brothers
I think the bigger problem
Yeah.
is Warner Brothers is shit to bed, and nobody's like, okay,
Heard
what's the
they didn't
what's the
really
point of me
promote it
getting
much
invested
either.
in this movie? No, because they don't got no goddamn money. They're broke, so they couldn't promote it well. And it's like, okay, is this leading to something? I don't. You're not really telling me this is going to be. Why should I invest in this so-called universe you're building? I don't know what's going on. Same thing's going to happen to Aquaman later this year. So
Well,
Well, right.
Aquaman 1 did 1 billion though.
They're
so
still
what-
this has
coming out.
no chance.
Yeah,
even
I
close.
forgot
Yeah,
about Aquaman.
yeah.
completely.
Aquaman 2, I'm
it's still
saying
coming out.
under 500
Wow.
million worldwide.
it was supposed to be out already, but they
No,
pushed the
Aquaman
bitch a
1 did
year.
1 billion though.
I
It
know.
might
I'm
do
saying
great
the
in China.
sequel's gonna do under 500 worldwide.
I don't know, man, because again in China, like it could boost it up a lot. Like China supported the shit out of Aquaman 1, so that's why you might see.
They did. That China did look, but China's been
It's
up
just
and
like the
down
Fast and Furious
Mhm.
movies, like
on movies
Fast,
that
Fast,
they're gonna play them or not.
Internationally is carried so much. The Fast franchise is carried by China and stuff. They love that shit. But like
Yeah, but the
US
last
people
one-
obviously cares about it, but the last one didn't do nearly as well. But then international boosted up to a very profitable margin. So
Anyway,
depends on what.
Those movies are trash.
Mhm.
I didn't say that.
Right.
Transformers was good though.
I honestly missed that one.
Was
I
it?
don't know.
Rise of the
I
Beast,
still
I was
gotta,
fucking.
yeah, I still
Let's
gotta
do
look
it.
at that
It's
too.
good to hear.
It's set in the '90s, and they were playing all this '90s hip hop. I was like, hell yeah, bro.
Man,
It's
what?
great.
Man, I might go listen to the soundtrack just for that shit.
Yeah, it was great.
So
my
anyway,
era.
I don't even look at Rotten Tomatoes. I remember watching like Jeremy John's review of The Flash and stuff, and they're like, it's actually pretty good. Too bad that this universe is dead because it has some awesome Snyderverse stuff in
Well, and
it.
Yeah,
also
he shitted on it, didn't he?
was, like ruined his chances for it.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Something's up with him. He's been
Yeah.
curmudgeon-y lately.
I don't remember him shitting on that
he's-
one.
He was down on it. I
Either
think it
way.
was it's a good time if you're drunk. I think that was his rating for it, if I'm not mistaken. And he did some movie recently. I was like, oh, he did Blue Beetle like that. And I'm like, he's I don't know if he's burnt out or what, but he just seems down on movies lately.
I think that happens to reviewers where they just when you watch
They've
that
seen
many
too many.
movies,
Yeah.
just like Siskel and Ebert,
You
you
get
could tell
jaded.
like they would just gravitate to this oddball type movie that you're like, what the fuck? And they give it 2 thumbs up just because it's something different.
But every
He
once
said
in a while,
no,
they
no, he
surprise
said-
you.
He said no
Fucking eat.
alcohol required for Flash. He said fun
Okay,
time.
okay. Maybe I was wrong. I know Blue Beetle was it. Now it's a party. It's a good time if you're drunk. But no, Siskel and Ebert. You get these weird situations where Ebert will once in a while, like, give a thumbs up to Carnosaur.
Mhm.
You're like, what the fuck? Wait a
Mhm.
minute, Carnosaur? I'm with you because I like me some schlock, but come on, what? After all this shit, y'all be nitpicking. You like Carnosaur? Okay, cool.
But
Fucking-
we can get back to video gaming.
Back
I
to
guess.
video games.
Why you lying, bro? You don't care.
Gamescom.
I'm getting
Anything
close.
else out of Gamescom that we miss?
I guess they
Well, I didn't
announced
watch Gamescom, to be
some video game tie-in to Rebel Moon, which is
Really?
interesting
Yeah.
trailer. But it's Netflix.
I was
so I don't
excited for the
care.
movie until I
Hey.
saw that trailer.
Hey, what
Go back to movies about Rebel
yeah,
Moon,
I
man.
I was just yeah. I can I ask? Like, how did you feel about that second trailer?
It gives me
Rebel
Jupiter
I didn't
Ascending vibes.
Same.
Like there's a
So-
lot
Alright.
going on. Zack Snyder's
Well-
not the best at original storytelling.
Yeah.
Well,
so I
This was supposed to be a Star Wars movie. He pitched it to Lucas.
Oh, was it really?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he pitched it to Lucasfilm as like a darker take on Star Wars, and they turned it down, obviously. And he's like, "Oh, okay, well, we get all this research and shit we
They
did.
still gotta like make up stuff. Then he can't use.
because there are
Star
fucking
Wars.
lightsabers and
Yeah.
stormtroopers in the fucking
Yeah.
thing." So
I just
It-
it sucks that it's trapped on Netflix because to me Netflix has.
I think they're playing it in the theater.
They're gonna play it in theaters for a
Are
bit.
They have
they?
a small run. Yeah, they got a small run for theaters.
Well, get back to movies. I did
sure that-
pre-order the Prey Steelbook because that was a movie that was going to come to theaters, and then they're like, COVID, and they're like, oh, we'll just put it on Hulu Plus. And not that it's like my favorite movie, but I thought it was a cool movie, and I was like, they're gonna release it on actual disc, physical. I'm gonna support that. So I wish more stuff did that, like Arcane, like put that on fucking 4K. Like I'd buy that in a site. It was a huge hit for Netflix. Like, I know physical media is not the most popular, but at least let you purchase the digital version on a better service than
Yeah.
Netflix.
And see,
That easy, man.
Speaking-
It's that simple.
I
Just
didn't want to
go
quickly
there.
speak on that. I went into Best Buy this weekend, and Best Buy used to have a
Best Buy
decent.
still open.
Did you even see a rack of movies anywhere?
Dude, that's what I was about to fucking say. They just put TVs where all the movie
Like the boxes, like the
yeah,
Yeah,
there's just fucking there's just a bunch of TV boxes now. And I was like, are there just no DVDs? It's this one rack. I'm like,
Wow.
fuck. It's literally one rack. And it's about from like probably to where my screen cuts off.
Crazy.
Like it's a little high, but that's about it. And I'm just like,
that makes
collectors?
me so sad.
Get on them DVDs right now. Get on them bitches
Walmart
I
right
didn't
now.
think it was
talking
gonna be
about
that. I didn't think it
Walmart.
was gonna transition that bad, bro.
They said Walmart's looking at taking over the entire physical movie market, like be the ones that make them and sell them
Oh, wow.
exclusively.
wouldn't surprise
Oh,
me.
I mean, they're so exclusive.
so
they
weird,
send in
right?
this big
It's-
bin that you walk past. you know?
Yeah,
That big garbage ass.
they went back to
garbage bin.
DVDs.
That big ass garbage bin. There's trash in there, man.
yeah.
You'll find maybe one or two
WandaVision's
like
a code in the
surprise
box. If that's true, that's Disney is the fucking worst.
Is it
Wait,
really?
what happened?
If WandaVision's a code in the box, because I think that has a Steelbook edition.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
That's
Let me
crazy.
look.
You gotta be kidding.
That's
'Cause people were
crazy.
celebrating
That's
its
the
physical
case.
release.
Are they doing a physical release for that?
Yeah, it's a Steelbook.
No, okay.
If it's just a code, not
So start collecting VHSs
they
today.
show disc in the fucking
I
photo.
see this though.
That's got to be wrong.
Yeah, I think that's wrong.
That's what
That'd be a-
Wada,
that'd be
Wada
a
is trying to make that a
Blu-ray.
thing. Wada
That
is
would-
trying to make that a thing.
That would be a new low.
VHSs.
So they got Loki, WandaVision, and Mandalorian, and Prey all in the same week. They announced coming to physical. But the sucky thing is they're minimum $40,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
like what
that's
6
kinda crazy.
episodes. Some of those shows, like Loki. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
But if you want physical media to die, I mean, you
You gotta buy it.
Blue
Why you
Beetle.
gotta buy
They
them
already have the
at a
Blue Beetle
fucking premium?
Steelbook available. That movie just came out. $37.99.
Damn.
The
Really?
Steelbook's already available?
Well, you can pre-order it. I mean,
Oh, okay.
it's a cool ass
Still.
cover too.
That's
Yes,
still
yeah,
crazy.
Yeah, I see.
That's still pretty crazy considering.
Look at
So
this
it was
cover.
number one last week at like 27 million, which is sad.
That's a pretty cool
Sad.
Steelbook.
What is
And then
really
now
good.
it's back to being number 3 or something behind Barbenheimer.
Barbenheimer.
It just won't die.
That is,
I
it's
wonder
not
if they're
good.
still showing the IMAX or Oppenheimer at the IMAX in Grand Rapids. Because Blue Beetle was supposed to take that over, but I don't know.
Well,
Was it
I
not
mean,
good or something?
The good news that Dune
It wasn't promoted.
is gonna that the Marvels is replacing Dune for IMAX. What?
That's the
I hate that
Why'd you
movies
say
are
it?
now getting delayed
Why'd you
because
say
of
it
the
like
strike.
that?
Just fucking
Yeah.
come to make a deal.
Super sucks. Gotta have an awesome movie with Dune, and then they're like, yeah.
nobody's gonna watch Dune 2. Sorry. I'm just telling you.
I think
Dune
so.
won't do well.
I don't think so. I don't think that movie's doing well.
Because I know a lot of people
But
that
you will
watched
be
it
okay.
after it hit
Mhm.
streaming
You're fine.
and liked it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that don't mean
It's
they'll go.
streaming.
I was one of those.
Anyway,
Well,
we
you know what?
gotta
I
get
think
back to
that
video
Denis
games at some
Villeneuve is
point.
like one of the directors that studios just give money to, and they're like, whatever, just do it. Blade Runner flopped, like these always. But they know, like, I don't know if it's like the pedigree, but like Warner Brothers is cool with just kind of tossing money towards Denis Villeneuve for
Oh,
a
they
while.
Both
still-
Blade Runners flopped, by the way.
Yeah.
The first one didn't do well either. People
But
forget
that's what I'm
that.
saying.
Yeah,
You would
but they-
think, you
they
would think
said,
they would
"Fuck
stop
it."
giving money to this guy, but they keep giving him because, like, I think because they're so critically acclaimed and people love him. They're like, all right, we got to have some sort of like, well, we have.
This
some
is
sort
our
of
prestige picture.
After they
Yeah.
lost Nolan, they kind of
Yeah, yeah.
keep.
thing.
So they're still doing three IMAX 70mm showings.
How do we get back on
Oppenheimer.
movies?
I know.
I already knew it. I'm just.
I
used
had
to it at
to, I
this
had to
point.
ask a question. That's
Yeah,
all.
This is a
and
video
then somebody
game
said that
podcast?
there was just a code in the fucking box, but
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about Tack and the Power G.
No, don't do that now. Relax.
Let's talk
I
about
read
when's,
y'all I forget.
when Sonic come out? October?
let's talk about
Yeah, October
Starfield
7th,
Strange.
October.
Where's
You got like
Mohammed
3
telling
games.
us that-
You got Sonic, Spider-Man, and Mario all coming out. in
Yeah,
October.
Sonic comes out the 17th, and Mario and Spider-Man come out the 20th. I feel
Yeah.
Such a dumb thing for Sonic specifically.
yeah, I feel real bad. That December, man.
Sonic
And
fans
I'm
are like, what
looking-
you
and I'm
talking
looking
about? We all right. We gonna make it this game a hit. What you talking about?
So now
Wait,
we got
wait,
a
wait,
full.
wait,
You
wait,
want my
wait.
little fat little plumber?
But here's my thing. I'm very excited for Sonic. I just didn't want to fucking have Mario right next to it because I'm like, God damn it, this is like
Yep.
it's getting a little too close to too many platformers at one
But-
point.
But it's
Yeah.
not a problem, says delusional Sonic fans. Anybody
Well,
worry about Mario?
listen,
Look,
Listen, listen,
shout about Mario.
listen,
I'm telling you
right
what they're
now-
saying.
for a bit, Sega's in a very good place with goodwill right now.
Mhm.
So we're kind of like, fuck, the game looks good, but I feel like the sales are gonna suffer,
Yeah.
bruh.
It does look good.
Sales will suffer.
What do you say?
It's
What do you
all-
say?
and
T?
you-
Fine, but
What do you say? Oh, I forgot there was even a Mario game coming out.
It's gonna suffer because it's a 2D,
Yeah.
$60 game that's not made by Nintendo.
Yeah.
It's going to suffer.
And then you
Because
put
of
it
that
right
alone.
next
And
to
Clark
Mario.
said
and-
it looks generic. So
Who said that?
He's the resident Sonic guy I trust.
Wait, who said that?
Clocked it.
Yeah.
He said the music was bad, and he said the level design looked boring.
Yeah,
The
but
music,
Clockwork
I wouldn't.
Sonic and
I wouldn't
Sonic-
use the music because the music technically currently, I believe, is still the placeholder of music. I don't think they've.
I just
Hold
trust.
on,
hold
I
on.
just trust
What
Clockit's
kind of
opinion.
qualifier is that? Well, because Clocked It notoriously did not like Street Fighter or Streets of Rage 4
I'm
when he
just
first
saying, I
liked it.
trust him in this.
No, you like
No,
it. You were
that's
saying,
bullshit.
no. You were saying it because you're a notorious Sonic hater, and
Yeah, you are.
that shit lines up with what you wanted to line up with. Let's be honest.
He's just a trustworthy guy.
Let's be
No, I don't
honest.
believe that
'Cause
shit
you
either.
didn't. You trying to slide that shit by me? That's just-
At this point, like it's a totally like Terrell and you are just two different Sonic people. You know, it's very.
He doesn't like Sonic. There is
Trev's done
no
with
two
Sonic.
different. He don't like Sonic. He doesn't like Sonic.
That's
My-
what I'm saying. Is like he liked Mania and stuff.
Oh,
but, like,
it's Clocked It.
that's
Is
it.
he a Sonic dude? I didn't even think he was a Sonic dude.
He was
No.
an OG Sonic.
He's a
dude,
Sonic
man.
or a Sega fanboy, so he has to like Sonic on
Yeah,
some
no,
level.
that's not.
That's not true at all.
That's not true at all. The fuck? we don't put that in the same box.
He probably put
Sonic fans is a whole
Yeah,
separate
a whole
category.
nother world. Yeah,
And this is
whole
coming
nother-
from a Sonic fan. Like that just it's a different fandom. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a different kind of fandom.
See, I'm a Sonic fan, but I'm not a Sonic fanatic. That's a whole nother plateau.
Yeah, I was saying I would have rather you ask T than fucking Clocked It. Like, what kind of shit is this?
I think it looks good. It sounds good to me. I'm looking forward to it.
I feel bad because
I'm gonna wait. What? When does it come out?
the 17th.
The 17th.
It comes out before
Yeah.
Mario, right?
Yeah, it's 3 days
Yeah.
before.
I'm gonna wait to buy Mario, and I'm gonna buy them both at the same time. How about that?
What?
That's it.
Everybody's on
Well,
the
hey,
same
look,
page.
I'm not.
That's
Hey, look.
what's up. I'll take that.
Look.
Look, we
I'll
can
buy
have
that
this
for $1.
happen
What
with
makes me-
movies. We got Barbenheimer. Let's have Mario Sonicheimer. I don't know what the fuck you're gonna call it.
It'll
You
be
call it something like that.
Barbenheimer.
Look, because here's my concern. The two consoles that Sega games tend to do the best on is like Nintendo and Sony.
Right.
And you put the game out before two of their major releases, like 3 days later, and I'm just like, fuck, guys, like
I hear you. But we should start a movement that is not unlike Barbenheimer. We start a movement where people buy Sonic and Mario together.
Sario.
Monix Super Wonders.
That's horrible.
Super Wonders.
That's a,
Hey, we gotta come up with a better
Sario Super Wonders.
name for that.
Just stop. That just sounds
That's what it
weird.
is. That's
That's
literally what
just-
the Barbenheimer.
Sario.
Sario. Sario.
Sorry,
Sorry,
I'm
that
not
sounds
damn
about right
Sario.
for Sonic.
Mario.
Bro, you ready? You ready for that Sario,
I
brother?
know
Like, what
Sario.
the fuck?
Mario Super Wonders.
Well, here's my question: where does Spider-Man fit in all this? That's the biggest
Spider-Man's on
question.
his side, man. He's gonna sell. He's gonna do his thing, but he's not the two platformers. That's
What?
that's what makes it.
Why don't we
weird.
just call it
That's not-
rings and coins? Why don't we just call it rings and coins?
That
I kind of
doesn't-
like
No, but
that.
it's not combining the name.
Yeah.
Barbenheimer.
No, yeah, but
You wanna
You gotta be
combine
able
the
to-
names.
we can't.
You don't really
we
have to-
can't
you
be
don't have
that
to combine the
gimmicky
names.
with
Mario
it
Super
now.
No.
Wonders. I already
You don't have to
did-
combine the
that's what it
name.
is.
Barbenheimer
Rings and coins,
works.
I think it works because you know which series you're talking about when you say rings and coins.
Just
I know what I'm saying.
Mario and Sonic don't really work that way.
Mario
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Hedgehog, Super
Manic?
Wonder.
Manic.
What happened?
Mario the Hedgehog and Mario Hedgehog, Super Wonder.
That's too much. That's too much.
yeah. I do like the Super Wonder. I do like Super
Super
Wonder.
Wonder.
Sario
Super Wonder, I think is fine.
Super Sonic
Robert,
Wonder.
your
You don't have
mic's
Mario
really
in the
low.
title.
Mario,
Sorio.
Robert,
Your
your mic's really low.
Or you can say Wonder Stars.
Can
man.
you hear me?
Either Super Wonder or Wonder
Yeah,
Stars.
yeah.
I put your volume at 200%. It's still quiet, Robert.
I
Really?
vote
Is
for
it?
Sorio, says Retro Dev.
Is your mic?
He said Super Mario, Super Sario Wonder.
Super Sario.
Sorio.
Bro, are you sorry? No, I'm super sorry,
That sounds
bro.
sad as hell.
Right.
Super Sorio.
I'm super sorry, bro.
That don't get me excited to go out and buy games. That sounds like some sad
Listen,
shit.
it's like, bro.
Well, you
So
can
what you
say,
get?
you can say Monix Super Wonder.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Monix.
god.
I like Super
Monix
Wonder,
Super
but I
Wonder.
feel like we doing too much with Monic and Sario.
See,
I feel
Glenn
like
Smith likes
Oreo
Rings of
Super
Coins. I
Wonder.
like Rings of Coins too. I think that
Rings of
works.
Coin sounds like a goddamn like
That has
rap
nothing
album.
with
That's
the
what it
title.
sounds
Yeah,
like.
you know, yeah.
It sounds like a rap album, bro.
At the very least, you're gonna get the
Rings of
next
Coin.
we
platinum
got
hit.
Cash Money Mario coming out with Rings and Coins next summer.
Oreo Super Wonder, man. That's literally what it is, man.
What day does it come out on?
What, the 17th?
Mario.
Yeah.
The 20th.
17th from Sonic and
What
20th
day
from
of the
Mario.
week? What day of the week is it?
Oh,
Tuesday and
let's,
Friday.
it's usually a.
But it's
Hold on, let me
Tuesday.
check.
Tuesday and Friday.
Call
I'm
that
sure.
shit Supersonic Tuesday. That'd be
No,
fucking
it
amazing.
is Tuesday. It is Tuesday for Sonic. It's
For Sonic.
Tuesday
Oh.
for Sonic. It's Tuesday for Sonic.
Damn.
It's Friday for Mario.
We were almost there. We were almost.
It's Friday for Mario. but
Supersonic
it's
Tuesday would have been amazing.
No, it is. It's on Tuesday.
No, but Mario isn't.
Mario's on Friday.
Oh, okay. I get you.
All right,
That's kind of
Nintendo,
a shame.
move up your date for the game to
Why
Tuesday.
is it coming out on Tuesday now?
Put it
Think
on the
about
same day.
Oh, because
We're gonna make a meme out of that shit.
Either on Tuesday or
Because
Friday.
they gotta jump on it because they know you get paid on a Wednesday. Well,
Right.
You know
What do
what?
you mean you get paid?
You know what somebody's
Some
probably
people get
typing
paid
right
on a
now?
Wednesday.
Here comes that check boy, middle of the week. What the fuck?
I don't get paid it Thursday, bro.
Nintendo doesn't
people-
need Sonic. You know what somebody's gonna say in probably the replay, the
Listen,
chat.
people need to understand something. When it comes to Sonic games in the modern era, if it isn't on Nintendo or Sony, you ain't making no fucking money. And
Nothing.
it makes me mad that they were like, I'm gonna put it in front of the two biggest releases, and I'm like,
Well, then maybe Xbox.
Plumbers
Fuck.
don't wear hedgehogs.
Maybe Xbox News are gonna be like, well, I guess you're supporting Sario.
Shout out to the what was that?
we're not.
Dependence on
Listen, I will never
3DO.
co-sign on Sario. Sario's a whole problem to have.
Hey,
Was that
the biggest album to come out since Boats and Hoes. You know what I'm saying?
Was that the 3DO retro death? Plumbers don't wear ties.
Yeah, that's the 3DO. Yeah.
Is that 3DO?
Fucking-
Oh man,
didn't they re-release that on
Flip.
Switch?
I think
Isn't
so.
It's on Switch.
It is,
You can-
yes.
It is on Switch. Yeah.
Why is that the game that's like, you know what? I think you guys need to play this. Like,
There's some weird. I mean, they did that with a lot of like Sega CD, like weird
want
fucking
T-
game, fucking Night Trap and all kinds of shit. Like,
I
what
want
the
T
fuck?
to be like, T take his son to the sundown and be like, this was my childhood.
This is not a game. This is some interactive garbage. What is this? That game is so garbage. Why are they re-releasing that?
It's like, your son go to school the next day and be like, what you do? I play Plumbers Don't Wear Ties with my
Oh
dad.
my god. Does it even have anything to do with plumbers or ties? I don't think it does.
I thought it was a
Well, the
porno,
guy
I'll be
who
real with
did
you.
that wears
For the
the
longest
ties.
time, I thought
It
it was a
is.
porno.
It's a softcore porno.
Guy that made that wears the
Interactive porn. That's what it is.
Or gives it to her.
Oh my goodness.
We are a whole
Ooh.
mess.
But the biggest question is, how many of y'all buying
Sonico-
Starfield next month?
Sonico Wonder remix.
Sonico Wonder remix? That's kind of hard. I kind of fuck with that one a little bit.
Yeah, Sonico.
Sonico, you know,
Well, then Sonico Super Wonder. You gotta have
Mario,
Super Wonder.
Sonico, Sonico.
the problem
Wonder.
is that Sonico is already an anime girl, so I don't know if you want to do all that, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. That's an.
Uh-oh.
I only
No,
don't ask me
hold on,
why.
you can say
Don't
this,
ask
you
why
can
I
say-
know this.
You can say this. You can say you're having a Super Wonder weekend. You pick up the Super Wonder weekend.
Super.
You get
I,
Super-
like I said, a Super Wonder weekend isn't bad.
But Super only belongs to Mario. So
no,
Super
no,
Wonder.
it's Superstars. It's Sonic Superstars.
It is
nobody-
called Sonic Superstar.
Oh, it is Superstars though, huh? But
Yeah,
nobody's
but
gonna think
Super
that.
Wonder weekend.
I am gonna
nobody's gonna
pause
think
this real
that.
quick just to give
So,
context.
the
There
Super
already
Wonder
exists a
weekend
Super
is-
Sonico,
is
so this might be a
Sonic
little
weekend.
weird.
Sonic
Mario.
Wonder Weekend.
That reminds me of the
There you go.
Sonic Wonder Weekend. That works for me.
character in
Juice, what the
Pacific
fuck?
Rim. I feel like was something
Oh no. What's going on here?
Sonico-ish, kind of like.
What am I
Oh
looking
wait, Juice!
Marco.
I didn't look at. I hadn't looked at the Google Hangout chat, and then I looked and see this picture of these anime characters in the thumbnail, and I'm like, "What the fuck
Hey, yo,
did you
what's going on
post?"
here?
I was
What
like, "What is
happened?
that?"
He's just a good artist.
What's
I
going
mean,
on?
He
yeah,
Why
does
are
a
we
lot of
doing
cool
this?
work. I like
I
a
mean,
lot of
it's-
her work.
I could see why.
It's not always like this though.
Hey, okay,
They got no one can see this.
You sickos.
they don't need to see it, but yeah, the Supersonic already. I didn't know. I was just posting a goddamn link. I look and see anime. I see this dude with his chest out, and I'm like, bro, what did I walk in on? I'm like, Juice, you can have the chat. That's it.
All right,
Alone.
back to video games. Let's talk about Starfield derangement syndrome.
What the
Oh
fuck
my
is that?
God.
Well, I haven't defined it yet, but video tomorrow.
Are people losing their
Um,
minds like dead ass?
I've never
Yeah,
seen.
it's real bad, man.
I've never seen one game make people this insane. It is
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah,
The takes that are coming out of this. A
yeah.
game that's
Really?
not even out yet.
How did we get to talk about the title screen? That is embarrassing.
Why are we talking? Wait, what?
Well,
What?
okay.
What's the issue?
So there's this developer. He goes by Grums on Twitter. He used to be a developer
Sound like you drink bathwater, bro.
World of Warcraft. Was it Warcraft? Was
Yeah.
Warcraft.
Yeah.
And some other games. He used to work for Blizzard.
Well, I'm a Jets fan, and I
and then he
stopped
made
drinking
that
Kool-Aid
game
for a while.
Firewatch or something.
Oh no, Firewatch. Isn't that an indie game?
No, it's not Firewatch. That's not. It's Fire something. Firefall. I think it's Firefall.
Okay.
It failed.
You talking about the first person?
Yeah, they spent like He spent like $3 million on a bus to promote it. Yeah, it was just the
Wow.
stupidest thing. And so he's been on Twitter just saying just randomly stupid things, disgruntled ex-employee shit.
Sounds like Jaffe.
And
Pretty much.
no, yeah, but I don't think Jaffe would. I think Jaffe's at least more professional. Like he wouldn't talk shit
I
about
guess.
developers. Like this guy is just so when he talked about the title screen because I guess that leaked the Starfield, and he said something like, "This title screen proves that either the developers were rushed or they just didn't care."
He must
Why?
have
And I'm
Breath
like-
of the Wild.
Yeah, that's what I was.
And so everybody, the whole thread was like showing them title screens from great fucking games all the way down. It's just, but you know, to credit of a lot of Sony dudes because they jump on everything else. A lot of them were like giving them the shit over that. It's like, come on, bro, like this ain't it. We can criticize some stuff here, but this ain't it.
Yeah, it was.
But
It was bad.
just to discourse about this game.
It's doom and gloom and all.
I think one is Todd. What's his name?
Todd
Howard.
Todd Howard. He
Yeah.
lied. He said you can traverse all these games. After 40 minutes of running, you run into a what do you call it? Invisible wall. After 40 minutes of running on a planet, you hit an invisible wall.
Yeah.
And so it takes you 40 fucking minutes of running in one direction to hit an invisible wall, and that is a complaint.
And then what you can, but then what is it? You can take your ship to where you were
Well,
at that 40-minute mark.
Right, and you can take your shit and get past that wall, and then continue to explore or whatever. But it's just we know what the reason is.
That sounds
This game was almost a PlayStation
Yep.
exclusive.
Yep.
Then it wasn't,
What they're
and these
salty
guys
about
are
it.
losing their
Oh, they're so
goddamn
salty.
minds.
Yeah.
But
The salt is
it sounds like they ain't
ridiculous.
got. It sounds like you ain't got no confidence in Spider-Man this fall. If you over here tripping
Like,
about
yeah.
little old
That's
Starfield.
how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling.
I've never seen this kind of discourse over a game.
It's
One
bad.
game.
It is really bad.
Thought
is
this was a
embarrassing.
Nintendo game for a second. The way people were acting.
Where's
Motherfuckers.
Muhammad
well,
at?
I don't know
Last
if I've
week-
ever.
Remember last week he's predicting a 98 Metacritic? Remember Muhammad last week?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Like, bro.
Yeah, but
I mean,
Muhammad
That's also Starfield derangement center. That's on the other side. Come on, bro. Come on. Now, if it does, I doubt it. But if it does,
that'd be a ballsy situation. to do
that's
that.
a big L or a big W for you there.
I don't think
That's
we're
a
gonna
huge
get
W.
98 in our lifetime.
But I don't see that happening.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not
there's
going to
a-
happen because there's going to be a whole bunch of Sony fanboys trying to knock down the full, what are they, a review bomb.
Well, they're gonna review bomb it.
I thought you were gonna say
They can't-
Sario fanboys for a second. I was supposed to be like, yo.
Sorry,
But there's also fanboys in the media as well.
Mhm.
Like
Oh, absolutely.
there was a fucking article that
That's why
came
there'll
out,
never be a
and the guy was
98.
complaining about the live action trailer not having gameplay. The live action trailer doesn't have gameplay, and therefore you're not going to get the feels that you get from the trailer, so the game is going to be trash. That's basically what the article was. I forget who it was.
Every Halo
T,
game ever.
It's
has
about the
been
immersion,
live
T.
action.
And it's like, what?
Nintendo did
What?
live action for
And they're
Metroid,
gonna
one of the
be,
Metroid games.
Hey, it's
Yeah,
trash.
Other M. They did it for Other M.
The game is not going to be like that, so you're not allowed to make a live action
It's
trailer.
about the immersion.
That's gonna-
T.
they're
Come
lying to
on,
people.
bro.
Nothing. He said in the article, nothing in the game is going to be as compelling as that trailer. I don't know how you could say that. You might be right, but you haven't played the fucking game. So how the hell can you come out as a journalist? It's insane
I'm
out
stating
there.
facts. I don't care about your feelings, man.
It is insane, the discourse over this
my
one game.
goodness. I didn't think it was gonna turn into this. I'll be real with you.
It's been weeks upon weeks. First, they started off, they're not advertising. That's how I think that's one of the big. The game it hasn't gone gold yet. Oh, it must be delayed. There's delays coming, and so I guess the developer finally said something like, "We've released a lot of games, a lot of top tier games. We know what we're doing. Basically, shut the fuck up." And like I think like a week later, he said, or they showed the game went gold, and so Sony fanboys were like, "See, we got him to this is because of what we said. We helping you guys out." They were saying that they're taking credit for the game going gold because they complained so much on Twitter that now the game's gold because of them. It is insanity out there, bro. Insanity. I don't know. I've never seen this before. I've seen some crazy fanboy shit, but I've never seen anything like this before. This game has got people losing their minds.
Yeah, it just seems like a lot. Like considering, I'm very curious to see how this goes when the game actually releases. Because one of the
For game's sake, I hope it's at least an 85 for the game.
When do you think we're gonna get reviews?
I thought the reviews are actually going to
immediately
or something.
Immediately.
I think Monday or Tuesday next week.
Really?
Like yeah,
Yeah,
only like
because
a
it
couple
because it comes out officially. It comes out on the 6th, right?
Comes out on the 6th, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that'd be fine. I'm just curious because this game has turned into a whole. It feels like a do or die game, and people are just.
It is.
Yeah,
It
see,
is.
look, apparently it is August 31st, so this Thursday.
Oh, it's even closer.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
This will be interesting. This will be interesting.
I mean, the game did get. Didn't somebody leak the game out?
They leaked like footage.
A lot of people have the game.
What's gonna happen?
Which is
when do they get?
bullshit.
When do they get the? When do the ones who bought the crazy edition? When do they get to play it?
I think
That's,
2 days
first.
after that or something.
Also Friday.
Oh yeah, I guess maybe Friday or something. Who knows?
Yeah,
that
it's
makes
on the
sense.
first.
Then they put it out before the.
You get it a week before. That's actually pretty early.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people and reviewers have had it longer than that. They've had it a couple weeks or
Well, if this
going on
is the
3 weeks
biggest
now.
they're saying, you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But that's who's leaking it out.
interesting.
Yeah, but
There was
we
one
get-
YouTuber who has like 3,000 subscribers who got an early thing on it.
Like a code?
Yeah, he had a code on
Yeah.
it.
Damn.
How?
Yeah, somebody else was butthurt about that too.
A notorious like fucking hater. It's like, oh, that's why you didn't get one, bitch, because you're always hating on the.
You're like, I got
fucking
like
Xbox."
50,000 subscribers. I
Right.
just thought I didn't have enough
I
subscribers.
forget his name. I can see his face. This is skinny dude with glasses. I can't remember his. But he's
Oh,
always shitting on everything Xbox, and he wondered why he didn't get a code over a guy who has just 3,000 subscribers. He was mad about that. shit.
I respect them giving the little guy a chance. I'm not.
I do too. I said that's great.
Because that will never happen again.
Probably not.
I hate to say that.
Especially if they start leaking shit. Because who do you think's leaking this shit?
It's the little guys. I ain't got
The
nothing to
guy who don't
lose.
know any better. He don't give a fuck.
I only got 3,000 subscribers. Fuck them.
That's why you messing it up for everybody. You're messing it up for everybody in the future. You don't even realize that.
Imagine you get blackballed with 200 subscribers. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
God
You're
damn.
done. You're done.
You're done. Take your Facebook fan page and get the fuck out of here. You it's such
man.
Oh god. You know the most important thing, the juice you didn't put in the title I thought you were gonna talk about? It's September's coming. You know it's Nintendo Direct season. Come on now.
Oh yeah.
Predictions.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised.
There's one.
I'm surprised there's already like leaks for.
The only
I'm sure
thing
there
I've
are
seen
things.
is that supposedly there's gonna be some more GameCube remasters. That's what I've heard.
I saw something.
So looking at the past trend of the past years of September, they've had one on the 3rd, the 5th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the 13th, the 14th, the 15th, the 17th, the 21st, the 26th. So you know that's
So anywhere
definitely me.
Wait, are you
They've had
serious?
that
Are you actually,
many.
are you actually serious?
That,
Yeah.
That's what you're
Yeah.
Partially.
They didn't
Yeah,
have-
some
no,
of
they haven't had that many
those are
directs
some of those are
in
some of those
saying?
legit.
If it's been in that order, that's hilarious. I don't know if it's been.
No, it wasn't
I think
in that
some-
order. But
Oh, okay,
But
that'd
it
be
has
hilarious.
been
Part of it's
pretty.
the 30th or whatever.
Yeah.
My question is, considering what we got coming, which is really just 2 major games, right?
Yeah.
We don't.
Well, no. When does Wario come out? Is Wario September?
No, Wario is after. I thought Wario was November. Maybe it
Mario's
is.
not a
bro.
major game.
no.
Well, no, and man, it's listen
It
with
is,
Nintendo.
it's a Nintendo
All right,
phone,
so
man.
listen, if we're being legit here, we have 2 major games, and then I got 1 game that exists.
What?
Is the direct just gonna be? Is the
It's
Is
gonna
there-
have to be mostly next year.
Maybe some Mario Wonder blowout. I think.
you
Can't
think
forget
we're-
about Baten Kaidos. Don't hey.
Man,
That's not-
Shout outs to Retro. Can't forget
Oh,
about
no,
that.
he'll
Forget
be
about the
screaming. He's
farming
screaming.
sims. How many farming sims are coming?
No, we I think most of those are. I think most of those.
He's
are-
also-
What's that?
The-
Oh
What's
my
that
God.
game
But here,
that's gotten really good reviews? That old
cozy
stuff?
game. How many cozy games we got coming?
a lot.
What's that
Fucking
sea
lot of-
game? Sea of something that's getting
Oh,
really.
Sea and Stars.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sea of Stars.
That was in the
My-
last direct, I believe.
Yeah. What is this Nintendo Focus thing I keep hearing about?
Oh, that
People
thing they're
are
doing
actually
in Seattle.
seriously, that is
Oh,
nothing.
okay.
People
Is,
are
you're
cares
talking
about
about the Nintendo Live thing they're doing? It's like a
Is
live.
that what it is?
No,
Yeah,
there's,
okay.
there's a leak that their next console is the Nintendo Focus,
Oh, the name of the
What?
console is the
Yes.
Focus.
and they have someone took a photo of a TV with the logo of Nintendo Focus, and people are actually legitimately be like, well, you know what? I mean, maybe this is like a legit thing, and I'm like, what?
What-
Like,
what's it
how are
gonna
we
be?
still in the year
Hold on.
2023? You
It's time
really
to go
think-
Google.
It's
It's
a
time to
Nintendo
go Google.
console with a
Yeah,
lens
I'm
cap.
already there. I'm already there.
It's a Nintendo console that with a lens on it. It's a Nintendo Focus.
Oh, I can't
What
believe
the
it.
fuck?
Oh, let me see. I need
The
to
only
see
other
this.
Focus I can think of is the
I
Ford
saw,
Focus.
I saw fucking
Not
Review
great
Tech
car.
USA did a video on that. Said,
Oh,
well, maybe this might
we
be
don't talk
legit.
about
And I'm
Review
like,
Tech,
what?
bro.
What? That dude with that minimum amount of subscribers giving that dude just random clout for by just saying, "Oh yeah, the Nintendo Focus."
What is that
And all these
logo? That's such a
fake
weird.
Yeah, I was just thinking-
insiders.
The first thing I could think of is it's AR, but I'm like,
So they did someone apparently found like a mock-up of the Pro controller, which literally just looks like a Switch Pro controller, but like the logo's different and it has a what the fuck is that on there? It's like some sort of button.
I am
Oh.
not in tune to Nintendo Switch 2 rumors.
I haven't looked too deeply, but I'm looking at the Pro controller has back paddles and a mic on the front
Look,
of
let me
it.
send you the tweet that's
Mm,
causing the
that's-
storm.
Hold
Let
on.
me
It
see
might be the
this
same one I'm
clever.
looking at
Let's see in
actually.
the chat. I don't know if it's gonna actually pop
Calls
up.
it the Storm.
That is
Oh,
clever.
Okay, that's like really. Hold on. That's a lot of. I was
This
gonna
was
put
the-
it in the
this-
YouTube chat.
This
so
was
people
the
can-
mock-up for the
That's actually too big, apparently.
I'm gonna post this so Stan Storm can see it. This is the mock-up for the controller they had, which is just to me looks like a Switch Pro controller.
yeah, it does.
Look, this
It
is. I don't know if you actually clicked that or you know.
What's
you know,
what's the
I mean,
button in the middle? What is that?
People keep saying it's supposed to be like a mic. Oh, here's the logo. Well, the logo is actually what it says on top. That fucking weird.
Yeah.
And people are
You
saying
mean
it's
the what did they call that? A measuring triangle?
Yeah, but I see what it's doing. It's like a square, but the focus. Oh, that makes more sense. I see what it is.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, maybe it's the AR or
It's
something like that. TV.
Microsoft Paint.
No. It's not even. We can't.
This old Microsoft Paint mock-up.
Literally nothing. It's literally nothing.
It's just a
The fact
Pro
that
controller with a different icon.
That is
that's,
hideous.
that is very much
Yeah.
what it is.
That logo is. Come on,
That's the
man.
laziest thing I've ever seen for a leak.
I see the idea behind the logo. I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
You guys saw? Did you see the tweet that I sent?
Oh wait, where'd you put it?
Where'd you send
I put it
it?
on the YouTube, like the actual YouTube chat,
Oh, you put it in YouTube. All right.
Oh,
and it's
YouTube chat.
literally like
Oh, in the video.
it's literally the oh, here's the logo
I don't see it.
for
I
Nintendo
don't
Focus.
see
I will
it.
share more information in videos.
Wait,
in
do I have to
the
change it
page.
to live chat? Hold on.
I'm in the live chat. I don't see nothing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm in the live chat.
It doesn't
Oh,
pop
Yeah, I
up.
don't
Try
see
not
it. Yeah,
allowed to
right.
post.
They're right.
That's annoying.
I don't
That's
see it.
annoying. Let me
Did
see.
you not give from?
You know why?
This is
You know why it didn't
pathetic.
show up is because they got you. They got you before you could see.
What is
No,
the
they
little
were,
blue-
no. You know why they didn't show up? They were out of focus.
You're
What are the
probably
squares?
not-
What are the squares at top indicating? At
No.
the top.
Oh, you mean the 4 bars? I have no fucking. I think it's
That's-
just player one
Yeah, it's just a
situation.
player one,
Yeah.
before.
Why would you put that in a mock-up
Yeah, it's
of a controller?
They want to
That's
make
the
you. They want to
dumbest-
make you believe
My
that.
problem is that it
it's
literally
probably
just
because it was like in
it literally just looks like a Switch Pro controller, but like
Just so you know, what worse? Just
Right.
so you know, because that shape is hideous. Just
like,
so
it
you
literally
know,
it literally is just the Pro controller layout. That,
It is.
that-
just so you know, this
That's
fake
what-
controller is player one.
Right.
That's really what they were
This
making news
this
articles.
controller drawing
oh the
is for
Nintendo
player one because you need to
Focus.
give me a break. This
I
is
get
not
the
even,
idea.
Come on.
Here's
It
the
looks
thing.
better
We-
there. It does. It's better there.
182,000 views. Do you see
We
how
see
I,
much?
much better than that.
listen. I do get the idea behind the logo. It's like it's the idea is that
Ow,
the second the other half of it's like
Yeah,
zooming.
but it's
in
just
on
a
the
triangle and a square though. That hasn't.
Oh
that-
no! Listen, I'm not denying that. I'm just saying.
But it does look better there than that controller mock-up. It looks stupid without the,
Yeah, agreed.
without being
Agreed.
black and
Better.
silver. It looks terrible.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. Just the way people are like, oh, curious to see the hardware specs, how it compares.
Because we're in Nintendo hype mode for rumor shit. Like this is what we do.
It's a Nintendo controller cube.
Besides, it's either this or you talk about
Triangle
direct
cube.
rumors where we're gonna get the announcement of the console or the.
Oh
teaser.
yeah. It's finally time.
Yeah, like the direct people are just gonna be like, bro, are they gonna announce the new console? And Nintendo's
They-
like,
I mean,
here's a new trailer for the
How
Peach
credible
game.
this is.
Wait, did
Zoom
somebody
in.
take a look at the light? Did you see the light reflection?
Yeah.
It looked like somebody's grandma lights.
Someone just took it at their house, man. That's all it is.
Huh?
Oh,
Someone
that's
really
my
took it off-
that's my
like,
issue.
their house.
Why would it be in like?
In somebody's grandma house. That's some grandma lights and
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I really wish they hadn't have like shown like
you
it
just exposed yourself.
I don't see
looks so-
that. Where do you see the grandma
Oh,
lights?
Next
Oh,
to
I
the
put it-
there's a reflection next to the
TV.
logo.
Yeah, it's a
oh,
reflection.
yeah, that's supposed to be a reflection of
Yeah.
the TV. That's so fake.
Yeah.
The rest of the image is there's no blooming or nothing. That's
Yeah,
not. A,
That's so funny.
it's not a
You
real
I think-
image.
He got two yellow lights.
oh, I see. That's a
No,
TV
it's
now.
it's those bell lights.
Yeah,
This
it's
is-
a
no,
TV.
this is a TV.
There's a
But
TV.
you can see a reflection on the
Dude.
TV of these grandma bell lights.
I'm gonna tell you why this
This is not a Nintendo building
I
or
get
anything.
that. I get that. But try to take a picture of
It wouldn't
a
look
black
the
screen
text-
with
the text
white
wouldn't look
lights
this clear.
that bright. You ain't even gonna see the fucking like. It's not gonna be
The
anywhere
text
no, no.
near
looks
this.
too
Juice,
clear
juice.
considering what it is.
No, this has to be a real reflection because nobody will put
No,
fake-ass
it's
grandma
a real
lights.
TV. They took a picture of the TV on the wall and they added this text.
Yeah.
after
Oh,
that.
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
Oh,
That's
okay,
yeah.
I
what I'm
got you.
saying.
I got you.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
I've
Yeah,
taken
that is
enough.
a good-
I've taken enough
because-
off-screen photos of
Oh,
like.
yeah, that is
stuff.
100% true. I wasn't
Yeah.
even thinking about
Yeah,
that.
it's a
But
real
yes,
TV.
you're
It's
right.
just, that's not the TV's just black. It's off.
the
If you
black
zoom
off
in-
TV and with
Yeah,
grandma
right.
lights.
That's a fan. That's a ceiling fan.
I can't get over the grandma
Yeah.
lights. I'm sorry.
I don't know if you
That's
can see
one
it.
LED bulb in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can
It's a
zoom
ceiling
in far
fan.
enough, but
It's a
if you
ceiling
zoom
fan with
in-
grandma lights on it. That's what that is.
Why would
Is it-
somebody, no offense, with a TV on the wall with wires hanging down and
that is
and
not
a shitty old school light have the Nintendo Focus. It's just
that's
so
not
stupid.
that's not a Nintendo
super dumb.
room or it's not a room in the Nintendo
What I
headquarters or
can
anything
say,
like that.
there are people that have made articles. Like there's articles that actually say a
Because
fresh
people are
leak
in
about
hype
the
mode,
rumor
that's
Nintendo
why.
Switch 2 has arisen. All
I mean, that's not
information-
that's not even good. Anybody who has a modicum, tiny amount of like photography or fucking Photoshop knows that this is complete utter garbage. The fact that anybody would like this, thinking this is real, you guys are thirsty as hell, bro. Like I'm thirsty
That
for a
shit's
new
funny.
Nintendo console, but I'll never be this thirsty. This is
If you zoom
pathetic.
in on it, you can tell that the square is actually not like perfectly lined up. So they didn't.
Yeah, it's
they-
not. It's
and-
not on that screen
Yeah, and the black
at all.
and the black part
Oh,
of
I
it
see.
is
You can see.
uneven.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because there is
Yeah.
zero fucking diffusion whatsoever. There's no diffusion at all. This is a fucking image slapped on top of a
Yeah, it's all
a picture
uneven.
of a TV.
that Nintendo would not make something this uneven.
No.
I mean, look.
No.
Do you see? Look at the YouTubers that already did videos on this. I'm like, what
Are they
the-
serious? They believe
why?
it.
Because it's money. It's money.
But
It's YouTube money.
Yeah,
They're
but
lying,
I mean,
yeah.
like it's big people, like all the big.
Question:
people.
Does
They
Rich
lying.
have one? I feel like Rich has
Yes, that's what I
one.
was saying earlier. That Review Tech
Oh,
USA.
wow.
Oh
made
but see, Rich is a bum. We don't.
Yeah.
Literal title is Major Nintendo Switch 2 news.
Rich be
just
hoeing. We
dropped.
know he hoeing for views. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
that's what he does. So, but anybody else taking it seriously? Come on. I mean, he's not taking it serious either, but he's trying to.
Yeah,
trying
there's
to
just
secure
money.
the bag.
There's money to be made.
He's securing the bag. That's what that shit
This
is.
guy was a heavy Nintendo hater for a while, and then he was like, "Well, looks like Nintendo finally struck gold again with the
Yeah.
Switch."
It's
I'm
my
like,
favorite console of all time.
Yeah, man, shut the fuck up.
Until the Steam Deck came out, and like, until the Steam Deck came out.
It's
what the
crazy,
Switch should
like-
have been. Yeah.
A couple months ago,
Sure.
I think one of his videos popped up, and I'm like, he almost looked like he was trying to mimic like a news desk or something. I'm trying to remember if it's been a while.
No,
Oh,
you're
he's had that
right.
desk.
No,
He's had that just forever.
Yeah, yes.
It was a different set. The last time I seen him was probably earlier this year. It had been years, and it definitely had a different thing.
Does he have the two big ass monitors behind him, and then the
I
fucking
think he did,
the,
but
the image will
I
be
used to-
like what he's talking about, or
I used to watch him all the time when Wii U first came out. What was the name
Yeah, I
of
did,
his channel?
Review
Tech?
Tech USA.
Check USU.
Yeah.
Let me check
I
in
remember
on him.
my first introduction to him was when he debated Blockbuster Critic. That was like the funniest shit. to me.
That's that was
was
such a
the-
beautiful time on
That
YouTube.
was also back when he was being made fun of for being
Yeah.
e-begging. Remember when he e-begged for a fucking camera?
Yeah.
So is he caught? Did anybody listen to it? Is he just calling this out
the
as
whole
fake,
big cheese shit.
or is he
the big
reporting on
cheese
it?
shit.
I saw the video and I heard it.
Oh, that
I'm
was
trying to
great.
hear it.
The big cheese shit was the funniest shit I've ever seen on YouTube.
Oh, absolutely.
His
Absolutely.
entire comment section would be full of trolls. And they all
yeah,
have a different. It all have like a different review tech name. Review Titties USA.
Imagine you're this far into this.
Somebody had like
site.
1,000. He had like 1,000
He's
accounts,
got something.
and he would
going on.
name himself Review Something USA. It was the funniest shit.
Imagine
it's-
though.
Oh my
being
god, it
a
was
news,
so funny.
Just still being a gaming news tuber like this many years later, and just having to
Uh,
try to fucking come up with news.
Review
Listen,
Cheese
he-
USA.
He's got his
Listen,
following and it works for himself.
Yeah, he's got to eat. But
He
Funny
doesn't
that
have a
when
following, but
they
he should have. He should have.
A
Honestly,
million
that's like when you-
subscribers. He
I don't
doesn't
know
have
how
the
he
re-
feels about it.
I
don't know how he feels about it, but-
Why would you give him?
I feel like he's probably gonna push it for a while because
Oh yeah, that's right.
you remember the whole deal with Switch Pro.
Mm.
He was, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
And it's burning pretty
But
hot
here's the
lately.
thing, though. The dude has 1 million subscribers. That's what it
Oh, he
says.
finally hit over 1 million.
Yeah.
His average view total is about 47,000.
They're trying, yeah, he
That-
don't get.
That
Ton of
does
views.
not. That's not. That tells me the 1 million is not a legit million.
Well, when you make 20
No, it's
videos a
really
goddamn
bad.
day,
You gotta imagine it's over
Yeah.
a year of a decade of just new stuff.
Yeah,
Unless people
yeah,
just
and
never
he's been doing this since
unsubscribe.
like what? He's been doing this
His
since
stuff
like what?
is his content's
Maybe there's
not.
a ton of people who never unsubscribe.
He's got a ton of dead subs.
Yeah.
He's got a ton of.
Yeah, but I was like,
I
he
know,
hasn't.
I know you're saying 40, but I mean, if we go like down the line, I mean, the last one.
I just told you.
was
Well,
83,000.
if he talks about Linus, he
I
gets,
just told you there's at least 1,000 troll accounts. Review Titties
Yeah.
USA, review
but
Cheese
if
USA.
he's not talking
that are
about
subscribed to
Linus or
him.
something, he's getting 40,000 views.
Right.
No, look the Linus one. He just did 300,000, 177,000.
Yeah,
Those are
Linus.
rare.
Look at the rest of them. 70, 36,
Most of his videos
54,
are
56,
not-
For him, he's
52,
making
his average-
53,
his average is-
31.
He's making money, man. It don't matter. He's making money.
You have 1 million legit subs.
No.
Your
You,
videos
It's
that's
not
should-
about legit subs. At the end of the day, like when you're there for over a decade for doing that content,
So
especially
what
that
you're
type of
saying is no people don't
What-
unsubscribe. Is what
But
you're saying.
you're
I
Robert.
don't
Robert,
unsubscribe, and I haven't seen him in a long time. I don't
Robert,
unsubscribe.
You
you're
don't
arguing a point
unsubscribe.
that nobody's making. Like we know he still gets pretty good views, but the point is
Well, Juice doesn't make
he gets way less views for somebody with his subscriber count.
Yeah,
Should
million
be
views.
getting.
You should be
That's
getting.
just a fact.
But it depends on how you're looking at it. Again, 10 years of doing that type of content, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? It
That
makes
he
sense.
would become less popular. Is that what you're saying?
No, that
No.
it would at some point it's gonna, like, especially with that type of, you just stabilize. Like
Look
That's
at
not
Luis
true.
Critical.
Well, then by that argument, then what about PewDiePie? Because PewDiePie
he
maintains.
stabilized.
Right.
He gets a million some. He has 100 million subscribers, right? And he gets a million some views per video.
Let's look
That's
at.
That's
you
1%. That's
Why you capping for
1%.
review tech, bro?
That's 1%.
Let's look up Hardware Unbox. I think they
The
have like
review
1 million.
usually gets more percentage wise of his base than even PewDiePie.
So
No, I mean,
Hardware Unbox has 987,000 subscribers. Their views look like in the mid to low 100,000 range every video. Some 200. So
Yeah,
you
he
know,
was.
That's what I would
I forgot
expect
he
for a
went.
million.
He went after OJ.
For a
Forgot
million,
about that.
For 1 million subs, I expect between 100 and 200,000 per video. That's just what I would expect. So it's just crazy. He's
You would
getting
expect,
30,
but I don't think it's
40,000.
gonna be everything though. It's gonna depend.
I just
on
want to
the
know:
channel.
did he pay Big Cheese for that computer he built for him?
the answer is no. The answer
Anyway,
is no.
It's irrelevant. Richard Rutek's irrelevant, but
Big Cheese built him a computer, and he didn't pay that man. And then
That
he
was
got
that was
trolled
like
for like 2 years after that shit.
that is bar none like my
Remember
favorite.
that.
That is my favorite saga. That shit still
Oh,
cracks me
mine
up.
too. It was my favorite song. on
He
YouTube.
live because motherfuckers were like e-begging USA. Like I was like, let's go,
E-Beggar USA.
dog. It was the
Oh,
worst
man.
shit. It was the worst shit, bro.
And I have no malicious. I don't care. It was just funny as shit to
Hey,
me.
listen. At least he's not like Gamer Nate. That's all I gotta say, bro. If he was Gamer
why you gotta
Nate,
bring, oh man,
Gamer Nate,
why you gotta bring up Gamer Nate?
because he.
That's why, especially like when you get to, I'll say especially when you get to,
I'm a
really,
Nintendo
like,
fan.
you get that Kaijo, you get a lot of like, a lot of inactive subs, man. After so many years.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Listen, there's a difference between dead subs and then just like dead channel. Like,
Yeah, like,
That's not a dead
You ain't
channel.
got that many
Hell no,
inactive
that's not a
subs
dead
over.
Hell
That's
Like
a
you
lot of
got 1 million
inactive subs.
subscribers. You should be dropping 200, 100,000, 200,000
No
videos
way.
all the
There's
time.
so
That
That
should
would
be
be
a normal
healthy.
thing.
Yeah, 100,000 or more would be pretty healthy. The problem is that he's a glorified news channel.
I watch enough YouTube to understand these things.
There's not a lot of over a decade channels that are gonna be.
all right, let's
gaining-
look at
that are gonna get
Rosario
10
or whatever.
Okay.
all the time.
Do you want me to disprove that? Because I'll go right now and
I
bring
can
up the
go-
channel.
We could go
No,
back
don't
and
do
forth.
it.
Is what I'm saying. Like, there's gonna be
Don't-
so many
don't do
videos
it.
and so many
I
channels.
can
where
show
can
you a
go back.
bunch of channels that've been around 10 years or longer.
Well, here's one for Robert.
Angry
Here-
video game nerd and such and such.
Here's
And
one
they
for
get a lot more
Robert.
views.
Robert, here's one in your corner. Rosanna Pansino, 14 million subscribers. She's getting
Oh
between
yeah, I know her.
50,000 and 200,000 views per video, and they're like
I believe
once a week. That's a
believe
low amount of views for 14 million subs. She must have done something and
But she only uploads once a week.
once a week. She used to be millions
There's
of
something-
views.
But you can look at, like, if we look
some
at
kind of
Angry-
drama happened
if we
with
look
her.
at the Angry
Well-
Video Game Nerd, right? Like the Angry Video Game Nerd does 1 million, 2 million all the time. other videos do 100,000, 200,000, and he has 3.77 million.
Well, I see what the trend is. When she actually sticks to what got her there, baking stuff, she does
Those
good.
are his most important videos.
When she's showing off her fucking
That's what I'm saying,
$1 million
though, is that-
home expansion, then
That's
she
not
gets
even
shit.
10%.
Oh,
for
is she
doing that.
doing that? Down? What the
I'm
fuck?
building a film studio.
No, bitch, we don't care.
Wearing tallest heels for 24 hours. Like, just
Where's
stick to
the-
cooking. That's what
Where's
got you 14
where's the
million
cakes
views.
at?
Oh,
Where's the
come on,
cakes
that's
at, bro?
she's doing what she likes, and she's still making money off of it, man.
I
It
know,
ain't
She's
but-
showing me how she's making
Once you
making $1
start
million
showing off your
studio. I
fucking
don't give a
mansions
fuck.
and stuff, that's when people.
you
Only, you can only do that when you market the children. Okay, that's why you get those.
kumbaya for me now. You look
Right.
kumbaya.
That's, only poor
Right.
children care about that shit. Like
My kids.
saying, hey,
Oh, she
listen,
went goth
listen.
for 24 hours. Retro probably watched that one. Wow.
she did
Bunch
what?
of fake tattoos and went goth. But anyway, who cares?
Oh my god.
So there is a precedent. Somebody been around a long time, has 14 million in subscribers, and gets
There's a lot.
200,000
I could
views.
keep-
No,
Go
nobody
gaming.
says that doesn't happen, but for somebody who does daily news content, your views should be. I mean, look at
Well, actually, go check out
I
Philip
think it
DeFranco.
makes sense
Look at
in a
Game
sense
Explain.
because it's literally days.
their views don't match their fucking thing either. They've been around a long ass time, and their views
but
don't match.
I think there's another thing with team YouTube, and I think you could probably agree with that. That when it comes to, like, it's a rotating team, like different when you trade. Other than Andre, right? You have a completely different cast that at some point you're kind
I
of
see what you
alienating
mean.
people.
There's different feeling, different energy.
Black
Like,
nerd.
Especially if Review
Well,
Jack
Black
also
Nerd,
was like, "Hey,
that's
Rich is
12.
leaving. By the way, I'm not doing this anymore." That views are dropping.
What
like,
happened
way
to
low.
Black Nerd?
Yeah.
He exists.
He's
That's
still,
what he did.
He's still making videos.
Yeah, he exists. That's what I like to say. He exists. And
He don't get no love.
Well, because that
His
motherfucker
content's all over the place.
he also needed to evolve a little bit, and I felt like that's not what happened. Like when your gimmick is I'm a black nerd in 2023, like that don't really mean anything.
Well, he also the thing.
It didn't really
makes
mean anything when he
content
started
that
this
will
shit,
also
bro.
No,
sporadically-
it meant a little bit more then. It was a little
A
bit
little
more.
more,
neat.
yeah, a little more, yeah.
Then you could become like Lamar Wilson and go from a tech channel to an unboxing channel.
Oh my god, is he still doing that?
Yeah,
He's still unboxing shit
I'm pretty
in
sure. he's
2023.
unboxing. Yeah,
God damn,
I saw his ass on that. I
God
saw him on that Mario Oreo cookie commercial.
Lamar Wilson.
Although no, hold on a second. I mean, maybe he does shorts. Does he do shorts? 'Cause, like, Lamar Wilson, because he hasn't uploaded a video since a year ago, and then before that was 2 years
Damn.
ago.
Okay. He done fell off then.
No, he
How
I
did
mean,
he go? He just left.
how many unboxings can you do, bro?
That's what I'm saying. Nobody unboxing anymore.
Listen, premium unboxing right here, look.
Okay, so he does unboxing stuff, but or whatever, but it's shorts. He does shorts.
Nobody.
now.
Yeah, I was gonna say nobody does unboxing videos anymore.
No,
Nobody.
I mean, I feel
And
like
this come from a guy who
Did you
used
see
to-
One
Retro's
dude.
comment? He's successfully kept a 50 views per video for over a decade.
Richard, that's because you don't put up anything. You put up a bunch of darkness and death.
I put up a updated home
And like a
theater
video-
tour video, got like 700 views already. I was like, dang. Usually I get like 100 views. So
There you go.
it's the ones you just walk around and don't do any editing. If you do any kind of work, try to get it to be good, then you get
Right.
you know. I
Yes.
know-
Right.
What you out here doing
Hey.
work for, boy?
Wiser Grunt said it best. Rich is a drama tuber, and he rises during drama. That's it.
Yeah.
That's why
Absolutely.
he don't get
Like,
no views.
he's
It
like-
ain't
he's
about
one of
how
those people-
long he's been on here. It's about his content. That's what it's about.
When we start,
T,
when Switch 2
See,
gets
half
announced,
his foot is legitimacy. The other half is in the crumb side.
Right.
That's why I look at it.
He doesn't want to leave that crumb side. and that's-
when Switch 2 gets
reflects in his
revealed,
views.
our podcast will have 50 to 100 live viewers again.
Yeah.
Just 2,000 views per podcast for a while.
Mhm.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah, look how crazy we were doing the Switch before, right before, and right after. We're doing pretty well there.
Which
That's
Pro
just
Talk?
the way it is.
Oh my god, this man did a shorts about failing his driver's
hate
test. I
shorts.
hate this shit.
Yeah, I'm not a fan
I like
of
short.
them.
So you gotta learn how to play the game, bro. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
it's the TikTok of YouTube, man. You gotta
Absolutely.
Sent that short this morning, then I started getting them in my feed. The same one, same style.
You gotta understand the
That's your
attention
fault.
span of people today is
Super
that of
short.
a fucking lizard.
So
So you have to-
Oh, right.
if you want to promote yourself, you better play the fucking
You
game.
better play the game. You better play the game.
My boss had to yell at our young worker who's thinks
I
that
hope this
just
correlates.
you come into work and she just gets on the phone and talks to one guy for like an hour and a half without doing anything. And they let her, every once in a while they yell at her and then they let her go right back and she just goes right back to it. It's like, how many times are you going to give this person a scolding and then just say, you know what, get the fuck out of here. You know,
I'm be real.
you're taking your day off without pay, something. And she just still does it. It's like,
I'm gonna be 100%. I thought this was gonna correlate to the shorts thing at some point. It didn't.
Well, you said attention span. People have short attention.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's just this whole generation thing. It's a whole
I thought
generation.
you were gonna say she wore really short shorts or something. Yeah.
It's like, so you think you're making
That's why I thought the
17,
correlation was coming. I was
18
like,
bucks
yeah,
an
what's
hour
that?
to just
She
come
wearing
in
them Daisy
and
Dukes?
be on your phone, and I don't know what she looks at all day on her phone. She's on it. Like,
You're
I
on-
run
you're
out of
on-
stuff to
you-
look at after like an hour.
Yes, because you
Right.
don't get on. If you have a TikTok, you'll know. It becomes a rabbit hole of random shit.
And she's gonna
That's why I
ruin
stay
it
off
for
it.
everybody if they.
Try not to laugh.
Yeah, that trying to. Hey, listen, you find them couple ones that catch you slipping. Shit's the funniest fuck to me. Like
I've had no problem not laughing for most
there's
of
only
them.
one. There's one that got me hard. It's the
What?
telling a deaf kid there's a school shooting, where the guy walks in, and the deaf kid's just sitting there happy at the desk, and he pulls out a braille card that says there's a school shooter, and he starts screaming, and the gun comes in.
I can't.
No. Listen, it's dark humor.
Yeah.
But see, I'm a terrible person. I'm very open about it.
I laughed at a short the other day. It was
What short
it was my girl, 6 out of 10 girl. She was playing Baldur's Gate.
You have got to move on from this.
Man, you gotta let that shit
She
go.
was playing Baldur's Gate.
People got different
And,
tastes. What the fuck?
What is this? What is this? 6 out of 10?
And she wasn't prepared
No.
for the sex scene. Like, just took her off guard. And I thought, it was
Wait.
pretty funny.
All right. So let me explain this, Sandstorm. So essentially, what happened is, I think after last week's podcast, we just started talking about women in general, and
I was
Juice
just on
was showing us
Instagram.
and Juice was just showing us some girls, and he was like, "Yeah, this is like a 9 out of 10 for me." And me and T were like, "Nah."
Robert agreed
And
with
it-
me, by the way.
and it just turned into this. Juice like, "What do you think about this girl?" And I'm
What
like,
about
"Bro,
this?
And
And
then
I'm just
Terrell
like-
sends me the fakest looking anime
No,
person.
God, look what
That
the
wasn't
fuck.
a real
Listen,
girl, dude.
it's respectfully different taste. That's
No,
all
that's
it was.
fake. That was fake as shit.
That's not my point. My point wasn't if it was real or not. The point was that I have.
Oh, here's
there's
this
different
not
tastes.
real looking girl. This is what I like. Well, okay, like I said, you like unrealistic girls.
Absolutely, but I'm very open about that. I'm honest about
I mean,
it.
yeah, as a
You-
style, I was like, yeah,
You ain't
that's
got no
cool.
shame.
But I didn't sit there and go, "I'm gonna show them all my fake girls."
But I
You
didn't
were
say,
like,
oh, she's a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
And I disagree on a realistic looking girl because there are women that naturally have these
Well, she was
crazy
if-
curves in certain
She
you know,
was propped up
certain
at
regions.
the
I'll
edge
say.
of
It wasn't as
stool,
unrealistic as
so
you
her
thought it
thighs
was.
were spread out as far as they could possibly be. You know, her butt was off the stool and her legs were like squished against the edge, so her thighs went. whoosh.
Juice always does this like
To be fair,
over
that
technical
doesn't mean it's fake. It's just that she's just sitting.
Yeah,
You got the right angle.
Exactly,
You got the right
motherfucker.
angle.
Like I
My
gave
legs
her a
look
picture of her
pretty thick when I do
standing
that.
up. I gave her a picture of her standing up because he
No,
didn't believe that
they
the
weren't
body
standing
was
up.
real. What do you mean?
The other video, she was doing the exact same thing. She was sitting at the edge to
No, oh my god!
Man, what are we doing here?
It's just what- every time I show Juice some shit, it always turns into some nonsense. And he's like, "Look, see, I'm gonna show my 6
was-
out of 10 girl."
I mean, yeah.
It turns into like a weeks long saga.
Wow.
The Skywalker saga.
Oh man.
Yes, thank you, Donnie Ars. And 6 is not a bad number, by the way. It's
It's not, but he
Yeah,
felt
that's
some type of way
respectable.
about it. He felt some. I thought she was cute. I'm not gonna give cute
6
a
is
9
not.
though.
cute to me.
What's cute to you? 7?
You got like a 7's beginning of cute for me.
What do you mean beginning? Where does cute end for you then?
6 is if we're going by the scale of 6 is
Robert
okay.
has a weird system, but I go by the scale.
But see,
anything under a 7
I have
is
the
not
true
good.
universal system.
This whole
that
conversation
we
is
use
disrespectful.
Okay.
You know what? I would say.
Robert. I'm curious. What is a 6? Is a 6 cute to you? Or is a 6 like?
Well,
Like
one,
what-
I actually don't like the word cute at all. I think it's a weird word.
Oh my god!
I feel you. I understand.
To me, it's a 6. Like if I was drunk and feeling a certain
No.
way, I might.
I didn't like the
No,
word cute, man.
that's a
What?
6
It's like,
for me.
You
What?
hear how
That would
it
be
says
like a
it.
2 or a 3 or a 4.
So you
that's
have
like
a
a-
completely different
that's like a
scale. So
4
now
and
that
back.
makes
You
everything.
You don't be
make
ashamed of
sense.
no 6.
No,
I'd say a 6 is like
6 is
She's like
okay.
a little bit-
6 is like
6 is like a real
okay.
world person to me.
Nice.
Right, that's a average.
That's not
Yeah,
how I
she's
view it.
fine.
Above average
She's
shit.
fine.
6 is the average person that you walk past that you never actually look at. Like that's the 6. That,
Like, yeah,
the
she's
real
fine.
world
You're
person.
not
Yeah.
ashamed of her. What the hell?
You know, what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, like you just said, it was more negative than it
My
was.
scale's
I'm like,
different than your guys' scale, so we just
6
we
is
can
when
move
you
on
go
now.
into the market and you glance over and you do that. You're like, what? Oh, okay.
I love that reaction.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Some people
okay.
think a 7 for a video game is a terrible number. So
Yeah,
there
like
you go.
we had
like-
the same argument about video games.
Or say good.
listen. At this point, also we're
If
at like,
Starfield gets a
we're
6
near
out
the-
of 10, you're not gonna be like, oh, that's a good score. That's a good game.
It's okay. It's okay.
If it's a
If
one-
Starfield got a
6
6 out of 10, only Robert's gonna be like,
six
yeah, that's a
means
good
it's
game.
okay.
That's a fun
No,
game.
6 is
I'm not gonna say it's a good game, but it's okay.
okay.
yeah, it's not terrible.
Well, listen though, a game gets a 6 out of 10. A lot of people are gonna hate on that game.
Because people
Oh,
are
yeah.
stupid
Well,
and they think of
have
Yeah,
Well, that was my point.
they all jump on
That
it.
was
They
my
all
point,
jump
is
on
that-
it.
Yeah, I'm in the
We'll
system.
scale things differently.
I'm of the
Yeah.
mind
Biggest
anything
score.
under a 7's not great.
What?
it's not great. Exactly. It's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay,
With
yeah,
women,
yeah, I see.
with scoring cars or movies, like a 6 out of
It
10
means it's
movie, I'm
okay.
not gonna watch it again. It's not very good.
I feel like
Yeah.
I disagree with that.
That's how I
Okay,
look at it. That's my
okay,
review.
Six out of
okay,
10.
okay, but
Some
But
6 out
if
of
we
10
were-
movies is fucking very rewatchable.
I get-
If I give it a
hilarious.
6, then that means I,
get
didn't
that.
like it.
But I feel like it's different when you're talking about a girl and just them,
Yeah,
them.
it's different.
It's different because you're not actually yet investing any money into it. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pay for something that's a 6 out of 10. Like that's not gonna happen. But if it was like, oh, I rate this girl, whatever, I'd be like, yeah, she's average. She's 6
It's a
out of
different
10.
scale. It's a
Yeah.
different
My
scale.
scale
Yeah,
is
you know?
completely different. So
Yeah.
Okay.
This
I-
sexist ass art. This sexist ass.
no, it's just my grading
No,
system on
listen.
everything.
No,
Like
no,
literally,
listen. Women rate guys all the fucking time. It's
Probably
not like
but they probably don't do it in a gaming podcast.
but
goddamn
I'm
it.
just saying, for me,
Man,
I'll
Across
be right
the
back and
board.
let y'all handle that then.
I don't care if it's a movie, video game, a car, or attractiveness of a person. I'm the same. My scale doesn't change at all. A 6 is not great. 7's or
That's crazy.
Doesn't matter what
That's
it is.
crazy.
Like let's say if somebody did a drawing and I'm like, yeah, that's a 6 out of 10 for me, then
that means that
that's
person
not
should
very
cry
good.
because according to
That's
your
not
scale,
very
it's like,
good.
Whatever.
That's not
Don't-
very good.
Don't tell them that. Just be like, yeah,
No,
it's a
but I
6 out of
mean,
10.
yeah, that's a 6 out of 10. That would be me saying it's not good.
Yeah, but the thing is, a lot of people that hear the word 6, they're gonna think, I failed.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
I've had
Anyway.
a ton of fun. A
Schools-
ton of fun with 6 out of 10 games. So
I mean, if I
Because
gave it a
it's
6,
like
not if
ten
somebody
games
else gave it a
okay.
6. Like, I would say,
Oh.
what was I just...
no, what I'm saying is having the same scale for everything is it's kind of weird to me.
Because, like, the
You can't
movie
have-
65, I'd probably give that, like, a 5.5 or 6. And I'll never watch it again. That's how.
I'll never watch it again, but I enjoyed that bitch while I was
I didn't
watching it.
really enjoy it either. I didn't, like, think
See,
it was
there you
absolute
go.
trash.
I give it a 6.5.
Like, I'd give a
Out of
No Way
10.
Home, like, a 6.5.
Jeez.
Ouch.
I mean, hey,
That's kind of.
Hey, that's a good movie, guys. It's good.
I didn't say. I keep telling you it's okay. How many times have I said the word okay? Like 30 times. Okay and good are two very different things. Okay is less than good.
How do we keep ending the back up on No Way Home? We keep relitigating that damn movie. Oh man,
Trash.
Because it's trash.
Trash. See, that's what I was saying.
And it was in response to when it came out what The Flash was going to be, and then that movie never came out till 10 years later.
It's the Mario Sunshine of our movie discussion. It just keeps coming back to get punched.
Well, it made 1.9
Retro's
million.
appreciating
He's
this
mad.
segment. Retro's got a weird. Retro's, I would say, out of all of people I've interacted with, you guys that I don't know, Sandstorm's like
he's got the
taste.
most
Retro's taste in
eccentric-
women is the most. Like I never understand it. I'll never know what he's gonna like, what he's not gonna like. Like I could never predict.
He's all over the map.
Exactly.
I'm interested to know because I
seen
think that would be
one
the most
girl doing
hilarious
art, like crafts and stuff on Adam Savage's channel. I was like, oh yeah, she's kind of emo. She's kind of cute. I think Retro would like her. Oh my god, oh that's so ugly. I'm like, Jesus, dude, that's not my type at all. She's like, oh. Don't ever share that with me again or something like extreme. I'm like, really? I mean,
puke emoji, puke emoji, puke emoji.
I thought she'd
It's
be
like,
your type.
Daniel, you know she's just a human being, right? Like, relax. Like,
It was like, I exaggerate, but it was like, oh my god, that's so not my taste. He was saying, like, I was like, man, I thought this was gonna be right up your alley. Anyway, let's move. Let's get out of here.
I like Lenny's scale. That's some good stuff. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I had that scale, then yeah, you guys. I mean, then I would agree with your 6 to 7 out of 10 for the.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling. But you heard 6 from us, and you thought that was terrible.
In my 6, yeah. But anyway, we'll get out of here.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Fun
I would love to
discussion.
hear what your 5. I would like to hear one of these days.
Strange gaming discussions.
4, 3, 2, 1 mean
Right.
individually.